Braves Country, I'm Mac Magee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball. You're listening to Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball. Hey Braves Country, this is Mac Magee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball. Casey at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, but with 1 inning more to play. And when Cooney died at first, and Barrows did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo, while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude grim, melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single, to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted, and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second, and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, it rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer curled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in a haughty grandeur there. Closed by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. "That ain't my style," said Casey. "Strike one," the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of a storm waves on a stern and distant shore. "Kill him! Kill the umpire!" shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With the smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, he bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the dun sphere flew. But Casey ignored it, and the umpire said, "Strike two!" "Fraud!" cried the maddened thousands, and echoed answered, "Fraud!" But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. And they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball, and now he lets it go, and now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Casey at the Bat, Ernest Lawrence Thayer, published June 3rd, 1888. San Francisco Examiner. Hey Braves Country, I'm Mac Magee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
What's up, Braves Country? Looking forward to a great Atlanta Braves season. See y'all at the ballpark. Love you.
Lineup for Braves Country by DM Magee, 2024. A is for Aaron, the Hammer and Hank.
Think like me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win. And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes, and the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Polk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right, down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry.
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam-a ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark, and it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Swung line drive, left field. 1 run is in. Here comes Reed. He's the throw to the plate. He is safe.
You're in Braves country.
If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to 1 strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to first, and here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed?
7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys, and join us. Lineup for Braves Country by DM McGee, 2024. A is for Aaron, the Hammer and Hank, the real home run king. Take that to the bank. B is for Bobby. Cox never cowered. He'd give Blue quite an earful on his way to the showers. C is for Chipper. Don't call him Larry. He would show up in Shea, the Mets he would bury. D is for David. Justice he'd bring. A Game 6 solo brought Atlanta their ring. E is for Eddie Matthews. 512 bombs away. Lit skies from Boston to Milwaukee to the A. F is for Fred. McGriff dog-biting crime. A fire was lit the day he arrived. G is for Glavin. Southpaw winds and kicks. Changing speeds east and west. A gem in Game 6. H is for Harry and his brother George Wright. The father of baseball, Boston pennants in flight. I is for inning, ending double play. Riley to Ozzie to Olsen all day. J is for Jones. Andrew let her fly. And his gloves in center is where singles would die. K is for strikeouts. A plenty from Strider. The quads in the stash, getting swings from that slider. L is for Lopez. Javi to B-Mac. Travis and Smurf, we've been lucky to see that. M is for Mad Dog. He won 355. Could swat flies with the changeup and still bust you inside. N is for Necro. He got to the hall by bending and knuckling and floating that ball. O is for Otis. Old Nixon could fly. The catch at the wall baffled our eyes. P's still for Peterson. We were all rockin' pearls. With Eddie and Jorge, we were out of this world. Q is a quandary for why Dale is not in. Murphy MVPs again and again. R is for ranking. The top pitchers lore. Remember Kid Nichols, 107 WAR. S is for Smoltzy. The big three in the hall. When the game's on the line, you give John the ball. T is for Tyler. Matzik and the gift of 2021, the entire night shift. U is for Chavez, but we say Uncle Jesse. The frames, the release, kept the batters guessing. V is Van Weeren. Skip Carey 2. Don Ernie Joe, the tales from the booth. W is Warren. Spawn Johnny Sane. They'd ride him in Boston and then pray for rain. X is Mazzoni. Yeah, X marked the spot. Leo rocked next to Bobby, and his pitchers stayed hot. Why it makes us feel young, the game's main appeal. Chopping through the battery, there's no better feel. Z is for Zip Boom Bam, Rama-Lama Ding Dong. Throughout the summer, we sing that song. From AJ to eyeglasses and a hell of a pen. Mad Max, Uncle Charlie, win after win. A cannon from short, and RC you later. Acuna Matata, there is no one greater. Though you can't fit them all when you just A to Z. Think of your favorites in the rafters we see. I started with 3, then 10, 25, 47, 31, and of course 29. Let's not forget 21, 41, 35, the great 44, or 755, and old number 6, who led his great teams. The pennants were flying. It felt like a dream. From Boston to Milwaukee to Atlanta's TBS, a family, a tradition, Braves Country's the best. Lineup for Braves Country by DM Magee, 2024.
Down a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys, and join us for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the scene is Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia, where we're set to bring you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. Hi, I'm Mac Magee. Here are your starting lineups for today's action. Leading off and playing short for the St. Louis Cardinals, it's Mason Wynn. 5 home runs, 33 RBI, 9 stolen bases, batting .284. Batting second, the designated hitter, Alec Burleson. 17 home runs, 53 RBI, 7 stolen bases, a .288 average. Batting third, behind home plate, Wilson Contreras. 10 homers, 24 RBI, 3 stolen bases, batting .271. Batting cleanup and playing first for the Cardinals, it's Paul Goldschmidt. 13 home runs, a .230 average, 37 RBI, 6 stolen bases. Batting fifth and in left, it's Brendan Donovan. 8 home runs, 43 RBI, 3 stolen bases, batting .276. Batting sixth and playing third, Nolan Arenado. The Gold Glover with 8 home runs, 40 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .270. Lars Nootbaard is batting seventh and in right field with a .229 average, 6 home runs, 20 RBI, 3 stolen bases. Batting eighth and playing second, Nolan Gorman. 17 home runs, 47 RBI, 6 stolen bases, batting .206. In center field and batting ninth with 2 home runs, 14 RBI, 10 stolen bases, it's Ciani. He has a .227 average. On the mound for the St. Louis Cardinals, it's Sonny Gray. 9-6 with a 3.34 ERA, a 105 whip, 99 2/3 innings pitched, 81 hits, 121 strikeouts, 24 walks, 8 home runs served. He'll be going head-to-head with Spencer Schwellenbach. Schwell has a 3-4 record and a 4.43 ERA that has been dropped quite a bit in recent outings. A 1.16 whip, 44 2/3 innings, 42 hits allowed, 41 strikeouts, 10 walks, and 4 home runs given up. Back on June 24th in St. Louis, Schwellenbach went 5 innings against these Cardinals, giving up 8 hits and 4 earned runs. He struck out 6. Backing up Spencer Schwellenbach and patrolling center field in the bottom of the first inning for your Atlanta Braves, it's Kid Kelnick. Jared has 10 home runs, 29 RBI, 5 stolen bases, batting .255. Batting second, playing second, Ozzie Albies. 8 home runs, 44 RBI, 8 stolen bases, batting .258. Batting third, playing third, Austin Riley. The rake will be at the hot corner with 12 home runs, 39 RBI, a .257 average. Batting cleanup and playing first, it's Big Matt Olson. The Ice House has 13 home runs, 44 RBI, a .229 average. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna. The Big Zoo comes in with a .303 clip, 26 home runs, 77 RBI. Travis d'Arnaud, batting sixth behind home plate, has 9 home runs, 32 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .246. Eddie Rosario, batting seventh and in left field, 7 home runs, 26 RBI, 8 stolen bases, batting .180. And Adam Duvall is batting eighth and playing right. 8 home runs, 26 RBI, batting .192. Batting ninth and playing short, it's Orlando Arcia. A .211 average with 25 RBI and 7 home runs. Calling balls and strikes behind home plate, Larry Vanover. First base will be manned by David Rackley. Your second base umpire is Derek Thomas, and down the third base line, it's Chris Segal. Braves come in 53-42, 11 games over 500, 29-17 at home. The St. Louis Cardinals are 50-46, 24-24 on the road. Your Atlanta Braves are minus 120 on the money line. The over-under is 7.5. Our pick to click tonight, coming off the long rest and the threat of rain, we're expecting a low-scoring affair, so give me Matt Olson and a 4-2 win. We'd like to thank all the Country Club members for helping support the channel. Please become a Country Club member today. And if you haven't already, smash that like and subscribe to Braves Country Radio. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. It's Braves Redbirds, game 1 of a 3-game set. Tonight, tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock, and then the day game on Sunday. We got the Schwellenbach Corncob kicking for you Country Club members. If you haven't joined, what are you waiting for? Y'all please make sure to smash that like and subscribe if you haven't already. In Braves Country, get your game face on. The second half sprint to October begins tonight.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves country.
Good afternoon, Braves Country. See if we can get this rolling here on a Saturday afternoon. That was recorded last night, by the way, so we'll clean that up a little bit. First of all, the starting pitchers today are Charlie Morton. He's 5-5 with a 4.07 ERA and a 1.22 WHIP. Kurt Gibson on the mound, not Sonny Gray, 7-3 with a 4.16 and a 1.36 WHIP. My pick to click today, because the circumstances have changed, I'm going to go with Matt Olson once again, because he's got really good numbers against Kurt Gibson. I'll put it here in the chat here in 1 second. And give me the Atlanta Braves to win this one 6-3. That's my pick to click. Matt Olson coming off the break. I'm hoping he comes out renewed. And give me 1 second. I got to grab something. I'll be right back. Roll.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves country.
Good evening, Country Club members. I see Gary McCoy, the real McCoy, in the chat. I see D. Carroll, Nathaniel Brooks. I see, who else do we have here in the Country Club? Go back up towards the top, excuse me. I thought I was at the top. Okay, I see Robert. I see David S., Charlie Pittman, Nathaniel Brooks. I might have said these a couple of times twice, but bear with me. I think that's it for Nathaniel Brooks, D. Carroll. I think that's it for the Country Club. And as far as folks in Braves Country, we see A.Y., John. Who else do we have in here? I know it's an early game. It's going to be people jumping in and out. I saw Grandma King. Yeah, there's Grandma King. Good afternoon, I should say. Let's see. I think I've got everybody. If I missed it, Travis, good to see you. Justin, good to see you. And y'all get a chance to let us know where you're listening from here on Braves Country. We know Braves Country is worldwide, but it's always good to know where you're at and where you're listening from. We hope to get this game in. The Braves are wearing their home whites today. And then tonight, the plan would be for them to wear the City Connects. There's rain scheduled in the area all day long. I do think we get this game in. The question is going to be, do we get the 7:20 first pitch? A little surprised they didn't go with a little earlier start and do back-to-backs to get the games in. But that's when money's involved. They want to make sure they get every single red dime they can get. So you understand that aspect of it. The St. Louis Cardinals are wearing their road grays, and Mason Wynn, the right-handed shortstop, is coming to the batter's box. Home plate umpires did not change. It's Larry Vanover is behind home plate. Rackley at first, Thomas at second, Seagal at third. Charlie Morton comes set, and yes, sir, it is baseball time in Braves country. First pitch on the way is a swing and chops it foul off his instep. It's 0-1. Mason Wynn, batting .284 on the year, 738 OPS. The 0-1, righty-righty. He's kind of limping around a little bit, so they're going to wait for him to get set again. Does have 5 home runs and 33 RBI. Mason Wynn is now ready to roll. The 0-1 from Uncle Charlie. Kicks and fires right there at the knees. Good changeup. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. You got Travis d'Arnaud behind the plate today. And tonight would be Sean Murphy if the game is played. We'll check the weather a little closer to the end of this one. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball up top. Grabbed the zone. Didn't get the call. Larry Vanover doing Larry Vanover things. 1-2. So a 1-2 count. Kicks and fires. Swung on. Pops it up. High in the sky. Foul territory. Austin Riley making the catch. 1 away. 1 down. Let's see if our usual suspect has formed up now. I'll double check it real quick. You give me 1 second. Alec Burleson comes to the plate, batting .288. First pitch on the way to Burleson is a 4-seam fastball in the dirt. It's 1-0. That should be about right. The 1-0. Charlie rocks and fires. Curveball off the edge. 1-1. 1-1 count. 1 down. Bottom of the first. Schwellenbach was supposed to pitch last night. He will be moved to tomorrow afternoon. The 2-0 pitch. Swing. That ball's hammered over towards the first base side. The backhanded play by Olsen. He'll flip it to Charlie covering the bag. 2 down. Good defensive play by Olsen. That ball was smoked. A 1-hopper, and Olsen was able to get over there and get it to Charlie. Tonight, it will be Bryce Elder if the game is played. So 2 down. Contreras comes to the plate. He's the designated hitter today, not the catcher. First pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike at the top of the zone. It's 0-1. Most likely he'll catch tonight. If not, they will do some version of that. The idea would be is the 0-1 pitch. Right down the pipe for a strike, it's 0-2. To give him the day off behind the plate and then have him catch tonight. Paez is the catcher tonight. The 0-2 pitch swung on, hit deep into the shortstop hole. It's going to be fired across the diamond by Orlando Arcia. A 6-3 put out to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, fresh off the break. Like to see that. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
This portion of the show is being brought to you by Ed's Almost Good Beer. Remember, Ed's Almost Good Beer was brewed in God's country when God wasn't looking.
Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac Magee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Darryl Strawberry has gone out to get some sunglasses, so the sun has poked through the clouds here at Wrigley, much to the delight of the fans.
There's a lot of daughters here, too.
It measures just 9 inches in circumference, weighs only about 5 ounces, and is made of cork wound with woolen yarn, covered with 2 layers of cowhide, and stitched by hand precisely 216 times. It travels 60 feet 6 inches from the pitcher's mound to home, and it can cover that distance at nearly 100 miles an hour. Along the way, it can be made to twist, spin, curve, wobble, rise, or fall away. The bat is made of turned ash, less than 42 inches long, not more than 2 3/4 inches in diameter. The batter has only a few thousandths of a second to decide to hit the ball. And yet the men who fail 7 times out of 10 are considered the game's greatest heroes.
Please like and subscribe today. YouTube.com/@BravesCountry. Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Kyle Gibson goes to work. 4.16 ERA. He'll fire the first pitch off the edge for a strike to Kid Kelnick. It's 0-1. Jared Kelnick, batting from the left side of the plate, comes in with the 255 average and a 721 OPS. The 0-1, down and in, misses, gets away from the catcher, rolls to the backstop. It's 1-1. The 1-1 count. Gibson comes set. Kicks and fires. Down below the knees, changeup misses. 2-1. Kid Kelnick had been scuffling a bit as we head into the All-Star break, hoping the rest will wake up his bat amongst others, I should say. The 2-1 pitch. Swing, hit hard on the ground. Backhanded dive by Donovan, fires it to first. The throw pulls him off the bag, but they said Goldschmidt kept his foot on the pillow, one away. Braves almost got a lucky break there. First of all, great diving stop by Donovan. Had to go and backhand that laying straight out, and it was a bad throw because he was rushing it, jumping to his feet, but Goldschmidt was able to hold the bag. Ozzie Albies comes to the plate, first pitch on the way, 92-mile-an-hour fastball, four-seamer up top, looked a bit high, but it's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Curveball down and away. 1-1. 1-1 count. Braves nothing. Cardinals nothing. Bottom of the first inning. The 1-1 pitch. Swing. Slices it foul. 1-2. Great to see everyone here on Braves Country. Please smash that like if you're in the YouTube chat. If you're not in the YouTube chat, what are you waiting on? I know that people are catching us various different ways, but that's where everybody hangs out here in Braves Country. The 1-2. Swing. That ball's hit hard on the ground, but right to Donovan. 4-3 flip of the wrist. 2 down. So they're keeping Donovan very busy early on here. Kirk Gibson. The biggest thing to know about him, first of all, he has 6 pitches, and he leans on 3 of them pretty regularly, the sinker, the sweeper, and the cutter. They come in together. As the first pitch on the way is a four-seamer just below the knees to Austin Riley. 1-0. Riley batting .257 with a .779 OPS, 12 home runs, 39 RBI. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, chased a cutter well out of the zone, 1-1. He throws that sinker, that sweeper, and that cutter a combined about 71% of the time. Then he mixes in the four-seam, the change, and the curve just to keep you honest. The 1-1 from Gibson. Try to get him to chase that one down and away again. This time he spit on it, 2-1. The biggest thing that you'll know about Kirk Gibson is that Kyle Gibson, I think I keep saying Kirk. Kyle Gibson, he is a quality start machine. He goes out there and gives you 6 and gives up 3 pretty regularly. The 2-1 pitch, chopped foul off the plate, 2-2. Not a guy that's going to blow you away. He's a pitcher's pitcher. He's a guy that's going to go out there and eat innings. He's a guy that is going to try to dance around the zone and get you to chase. What he's really looking forward to, it's not the strikeout, it's the ground ball, it's the pop-ups. as we've already seen so far. Cardinals defense is back into the left, the 2-2 in the dirt. Good job by Riley. Stay off of that one. Full count. So full count to Austin Riley. Matt Olson on deck, Ozuna in the hole. We do have a new soundbite for Ozuna if and when he hits a home run today. The payoff pitch to Riley. Inside, sweeper misses, ball 4. So your Atlanta Braves get their first base runner at the All-Star break. Game 1 of a doubleheader here against the Cardinals. That'll bring Matt Olson to the plate. Matt Olson, terrible first half of the year, batting .229, 13 home runs. The first pitch on the way. Swinging, that ball's going to get lifted into center field. Easy fly ball, and that'll end the inning. Olson hit it on the screws, but right into the teeth of the defense. That's been the theme of this Atlanta Braves offense. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Max, a woman in my section wants to know if we do anything gluten-free. What do I tell her? Tell her she's not allergic to gluten. She's just masking an eating disorder.
1 out, nobody on. 2-2 count to Pete Rose. We've just started a wet day in Baltimore. There's a fly ball down the right field line. Tough chance. It's in for a base hit. Rose is coming for 2. It gets away from Robinson. Rose hit the dirt. And had he rounded the bag, he might have gone for 3. He thought it would be a play on him at second.
Cincinnati's Charlie Hustle, Pete Rose, and this is the way Rose plays the game. Just 150% each and every time, whether the ball is there or not.
This helpful instructional message from the National Association of People Who Have Trouble Walking and Chewing Gum at the same time. Step, chew. Step, chew. Step, chew. Step, chew.
You're going to agitate the bees. Well, I'm fine with the bees. It's the honey I don't want to agitate. Is that your end game here, honey? Yeah, I figure we keep the hive in the basement, we'll always have honey. We'll always have bees is what we'll always have. Wow! What? I think I just saw a wasp.
I think that was a wasp.
Did you see that? It looked like a wasp, right?
Is this a wasp nest?
This is a wasp nest.
I'm out!
Right.
I'm out!
Yeah.
I don't want to tangle with a bunch of wasps.
Hey! Do wasps make honey?
No, wasps do not make honey.
All right, well, I'm going to check it out anyway. There could be something delicious in here that wasps do make, and I want that.
Walt Whitman. Brooklyn Eagle, 1846. In our sundown perambulations of late, through the outer parts of Brooklyn, we have observed several parties of youngsters playing base, a certain game of ball. Let us go forth a while and get better air in our lungs. Let us leave our close rooms. The game of ball is glorious.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio with Mac Magee, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. Welcome back to Braves Country baseball. First pitch on the way from Charlie Morton to Paul Goldschmidt is swung on, roasted on the ground right at Orlando Arcia. The vacuum will pick it up, fired across the diamond. 6-3 put out, 1 away. I was going to lead off with this, but it kind of plays into it. Charlie Morton, very economical first inning compared to what he has typically done. He had 10 pitches in that first inning, 1 here and 1 down. First pitch on the way from Morton is a 93-mile-an-hour P at the knees on the outer edge. Sinker, it's 0-1. Brendan Donovan, the batter, batting .276 from the left side of the plate. The 0-1. High and inside, 94-mile fastball misses. 1-1. He's got a 756 OPS. 8 home runs on the year. The 1-1. Curveball misses. Ball 2, 2-1. Arenado stands on deck. Lars Nootbaar is in the hole. They have a combined 14 home runs between the two who are due up. The 2-1. Swung on. Chopped foul off the plate. 2-2. Hope y'all enjoyed your break, the All-Star break. It was nice to unplug and unwind. We went out there on the water, out there on the Gulf one day, a couple of channels the other day in kayaking. The 2-2 pitch swung on, chopped back to the mound. Charlie's got it, flips it to first, and it's a 1-3 put out. quickly 2 down. So 2 down. Arenado coming to the plate. Nolan Arenado batting .270, 8 home runs, 40 RBI, and a .704 OPS. The first pitch on the way is a cutter off the edge for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0 kicks and fires. Fastball misses high. Ball 2-0. 2-0 count. We are one of only 2 games going on right now. The Yankees and Rays are scoreless in the second. The 2-0 pitch. Swing. That ball's roasted down the third base line, but foul. Man, did he get a hold of that one. Just foul. They are playing Arenado to pull. So if it would have been fair, Riley may have been able to at least knock it down. That was scalded. The 2-1 pitch. Coming down the line, swing, and that ball's hammered down the left field line again. Four-seam fastball once again and roasting it once again. But he's evened up the count now at 2-2. Charlie may go to the bender here to see if he'll chase. The 2-2 from Morton. Swung on, slapped back foul, 2-2. It was off the edge, but he went to the cutter. 2-2 count. Braves nothing, St. Louis nothing. Phillies lost last night, so the Braves are 8 games out heading into today. The 2-2. Swing. Hit hard on the ground towards third, but that's foul once again. So Arenado definitely pulling. He's hit 3 foul balls down the third base line. The 2-2, they set up out wide. Swing, pops it up. 94-mile-an-hour four-seamer coming in, making the catch is Adam Duvall, and that'll end the inning. So 6 up, 6 down. Charlie Morton looking so far so good. We head to the bottom of the inning.
Lose some weight.
Oh, come on, quickly. Will you? Don't give me that.
Look at me, 92, and I still enjoy swimming and golfing and biking, all sports.
Whoopee.
That too.
Come on, after all, at your age, must be down to a handshake, huh?
Yep, before and after.
Look at that. The Hendersons are getting a new fence.
Who cares? They're swingers.
I want a new fence.
Need a home loan fast? At the American Bank of Los Santos, we'll help you get the debt you need to make life easier. We'll show you how to look richer and be poorer. You need to impress people fast, not in 20 years. It's only a risk if you get into money troubles or the economy changes. Call American Bank of Los Santos. Now that the kids have moved out and have drug problems of their own, maybe it's time to install a luxury marble wet bar. American Bank of Los Santos. Why worry about tomorrow if you look inadequate today?
I love football. Who's your favorite player? I like them all. I like Aaron Rodgers. Never heard of him. He was the quarterback for the Jets. So is Aaron Rodgers. He tore his Achilles. So did Aaron Rodgers. Who else do you like? I like TJ Watt. Watt. Whatever. I also like Christopher McCaffrey. Christian. Really? Me too. I turned my life over to the Lord back in 2015.
Memorize this one. What if God ruined your plans so that your plans wouldn't ruin you?
That's so interesting that it would come out 90 feet. That somebody sat down, Mr. Cartwright or whoever, and said, hey, it ought to be 90 feet. It just sounded like a logical number. The fact of the matter is, in retrospect, if it were 88 feet, the game would be very different. Think of the plays at first base. Think of the double plays that wouldn't be completed on an 88-foot first base and second base. If it were 94 feet, we'd be throwing people out all over the place. Batting averages would drop remarkably. So if 90 feet was something somebody said, hey, that's a good number, that was a pick from heaven.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Atlanta Braves, 0-0 your score. Big Marcell Ozuna steps to the plate. First pitch on the way is down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, cutter off the edge, 1-1. Marcel coming in batting .303 on the year. Raised that batting average back up just before we hit the break. .960 OPS. 26 home runs on the 1-1. Swings at one well off the plate, 1-2. You do worry about the home run derby effect with Ozuna. As Ozuna takes his quick time out. Many guys who have been in that home run derby go into slumps right out. The 1-2. Caught, looking, strike three. Don't know what he was waiting on for that one. Sinker right down the pipe on the outer edge, one away. It's the only reason why you don't really love to see your guys in the home run derby, why a lot of guys don't want to be in it. But it is fun for the fans. To me, it's become more fun than watching the actual All-Star game itself because of the way that they've set that All-Star game up. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. Right there on the edge for a strike. It's 0-1. Not sure what happened here, but I've lost the feed. They've been playing some games here today, so we'll see if we can figure this out. Give me a second. I don't know if y'all are having the same issue, but here we go. Man, oh, man. Lost it on all the devices. The 1-2 pitch. No, wait a minute. That was, man. They have lost the feed on. All right, we're going to take a quick break. I don't know what's going on here, so we're going to try to figure it out. Be back in a flash. It's probably Bally Sports, but MLB has spit the bit. We'll be back. I'm here. I'm just trying to figure out how to get the video back. They spit the bit on MLB. anybody even, are you getting the game? That's what I want. I'm not. I think we got it back. We'll be back after the break.
You don't like Drake? How could you not like Drake?
Who's Drake?
Who's Drake?
Drake is good.
I told you the Drake was bad. I hate the Drake.
Now I want to ask you about, wouldn't you rather have this name spelled G-O-O-S-H, the phonetic spelling, rather than all the S's, W's, and Z's?
Gives him some character, though.
G-W-O-S-D-Z is the spelling, but it's pronounced Goosh.
Well, his nickname is Eye Chart, and you can understand that. It's about 72 points on the Scrabble board.
Well, then he ought to make a great umpire when he retires as a player. Pitch a bit low. Goosh, he's been around. I remember that name with other teams. He's been with Walla Walla, Reno, Amarillo, Hawaii, and San Diego. That evens a count, a ball, and a strike.
Did you go to many games in Walla Walla?
I like the name of it. It's one of my favorite towns. Do you know what Walla Walla spelled backwards sounds like? Allah, Allah. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't. I learned something every day working with you.
How'd we get started on this silly stuff?
You just robbed a house. You have all this great stuff that now belongs to you, but you got this annoying pang of guilt nagging at you. Well, worry no more, because your friends at Cell Block Greeting Cards have the answer for you. Introducing our new line of petty crime thank you cards. Before you smash and grab one of our cards and leave it behind on your next heist. Choose from any of these fine heartfelt cards like,
thank you for the plasma TV.
Or,
thanks for the PlayStation, alcohol, and penny jar.
And,
don't use your toothbrush.
For a limited time, introducing,
I'm still in the house.
And many more sentimental petty crime thank you cards. Available at any...
Welcome back. So it looks like they got it figured out. That's why I always have a second monitor running with the other team's feed, but it blew out too. So we go back to work here, top of the third inning. Travis d'Arnaud got a hit right after the feed blew. Morton comes and brings pitch right there to Newtbar. It's outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. Morton kicks and fires right there at the knees for a strike. Curveball. Nice teardrop. 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Morton, 25 pitches on the afternoon. Kicks and fires. Fastball misses high and outside. 2-1. Lars Newtbar, batting .229 on the year with a .712 OPS. Comes in with 6 home runs. Plays a bit of a platoon roll from the left side. The 2-1 pitch swung on, popped up high and deep, but not deep enough just before the warning track. Adam Duvall will make the catch, 1 away. So far, so good. It looks, if you are on MLB TV, it looks like we're back to business. Braves nothing, St. Louis nothing. top of the third inning. Travis d'Arnaud with the single while we were at break. Single to right field. The 1-1 swung on, hit up the middle, and in between Arcia and Ozzie, the ball's babbled around almost like a ping pong. Shot off of Arcia, shot off of Ozzie, and it's going to be an infield single here in the top of the third. Just missed Arcia's glove. He was having to slide because he was planning on popping up and throwing it to first, and Ozzie was backing him up. But once he nicked the ball, Ozzie had no chance. I don't think Ozzie would have gotten him anyways because he was heading towards left field. First pitch on the way to Ciani. Speedy center fielder from the left side of the plate takes a curveball at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swung on, chopped through the hole. Diving attempt by Austin Riley, but just passes outstretched glove. And it's runners on first and second. One out. Neither balls were hit very hard, but the Braves were playing that cheat defense of the pull to the right side of the infield. May not have made a difference anyways, but Riley had no chance to get to it. So 2 on and 1 out. Mason Wynn, the batter, comes up, drops a bunt down, misses. For a strike, it's 0-1. Mason Wynn, 0 for 1, fouled out to third his first time up. Braves are in double play depth, pulling to the right side. Wynn was trying to take advantage of the defense and drop a bunt. The 0-1. Down below the knee, sinker misses, 1-1. Mason Wynn, good speed, so if he gets it down, it's going to be a tough play. 0-0 your score, top of the third inning. The 1-1. Morton kicks and fires. Curveball right there for a strike. Froze him with the bender that started in on his leg and darted into the zone about belt high. 1-2 count. First and second, 1 out. Double play would get us out of this jam. The pitch. Swung on, just got a piece of that, chopped it foul. Do it again, 1-2. Just one other game going on today at this time. Yankees and Rays. They are 1-0 Rays in the bottom of the third. Charlie Morton turns and spins. Does not throw the ball to second, but that will count as a move. So 1-2 count. Morton comes set. Kicks and fires. Swing. Chops it off the plate. Foul. Do it again. 1-2. Both hits in this inning have just been dribblers that just got past the defense. Still with wet grounds here at Truist Park as it has been raining off and on for the last couple of days. More rain is expected later on today. We hope to get game 2 in. The 1-2 from Charlie Morton comes set, lifts his glove, kicks and fires. Swing, chops it foul off the plate. We'll do it again, 1-2. Later on today at 3:07, you got the Tigers and Blue Jays. Both teams look to be selling at the deadline. Kikuchi, a name that a lot of folks are interested in. He is pitching today for the Blue Jays. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Charlie Morton got him with the cutter on the outer edge. 2 away, 2 down. That's the good news. The bad news is Burleson comes to the plate. Burleson had himself a series against the Braves when we saw him last. He's 0 for 1 today. Righty-lefty matchup. Batting .287 on the year with an .812 OPS and 17 home runs. The first pitch, curveball down and away, 1-0. If you're looking at the playoff race right now, the 1-0 from Charlie as he comes set. 39th pitch of the day. Kicks and fires, curveball down and away, 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Braves allowed 2 runners on here, but 1 out gets them out of the jam. The 2-0, right there at the outer edge, kisses the black, 2-1 curveball. Nice curveball by Charlie. Scheduled for a doubleheader today. The second game is 7:20 tonight. Weather pending. The 2-1 from Charlie. Way outside, wide ball, 3-1. Standing on deck is Contreras. You don't want to load the bases, but at the same token, I can see why Charlie doesn't want to just lay one in there to Burleson. The 3-1. Infield is back into the right. The pitch, right there. Curveball. Drifted across the zone at the last second, 3-2. Really got that pitch working. Will he go to it again or come in with the hard stuff? The bad news is the runners are going to be on the go. Nobody's holding the runners. And the 3-2 pitch on the way. Swing! Blasted high and deep into center field, going back just before the warning track, making the catch is Kid Kelnick, and that'll end the inning. So we got out of that one. Bullet dodged. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Oh, it is a good makeup day. And it looks like a good hair day because you can't see the grease under the hat. Pro tip.
Slide here is your ex. But if that's the call, Mike, Will, and Sam all have to know they're shifting. Open palms to post, thumbs up's a crosser, thumbs downs and out. Trevor, why don't you get up here and draw that for us?
Playing in the NFL is hard, but playing
armchair
fantasy football is easy.
Fantasy football time.
You won't let me draft the players I want to play. It's fantasy football, so the Hulk should be able to be on the team.
You go 14 times and only win 1 time. It leaves a little sting. But I've said this. I know it's going to sound weird, but I've said this. If I had to go back to the future and know what the results were going to be and trade with the Marlins, who won twice and only went twice, I wouldn't do it. At the 14 times, still thinking that maybe fate might change. Going 14 years in a row is pretty incredible.
Armchair.
It is played everywhere. In parks and playgrounds and prison yards, in back alleys and farmers' fields, by small boys and old men, raw amateurs and millionaire professionals. It is a leisurely game that demands blinding speed. The only game in which the defense has the ball. It follows the seasons, beginning each year with the fond expectancy of springtime and ending with the hard facts of autumn. Americans have played baseball for more than 200 years. While they conquered a continent, warred with one another and with enemies abroad, struggled over labor and civil rights and the meaning of freedom.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio with Mac Magee, the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Number 9 hitter, Lando Arce will come to the plate. Righty-righty matchup with Gibson standing in. Kyle Gibson, 35 pitches through 2 innings, so a little bit of a high number. Braves hope to continue to have that climb. Arcia standing in with a 211 average and a 577 OPS. The first pitch on the way, 89-mile-an-hour four-seamer off the plate. It's 1-0. Kelnick on deck, Ozzie in the hole. Braves nothing, Cardinals nothing. The 1-0. Drifts a cutter on the outer edge up top, 1-1. Same 2 teams back at it 7:20, assuming weather. Same 2 teams back at it tomorrow afternoon, 1:35 first pitch. Schwellenbach will get the call on that one. The 1-1, fouled away, 1-2. If you're wondering why Schwellenbach got pushed back, he had already started to warm up, so they just wanted to give him an extra day off. And we don't have a day off for quite a while So as opposed to grabbing a bullpen guy, they went with Bryce Elder as the 27th man on the doubleheader roster. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Chase that sweeper well out of the zone, one away. Orlando Arcia sees someone to take his job at the trading deadline. He's got at-bats like that to thank. This team needs an outfielder, and this team needs somebody to produce from the shortstop position. Jared Kelenic will come to the plate. Righty-lefty matchup. He's 0 for 1. First pitch from Gibson to Kid Kelenic. Right there at the knees. Curveball. Might have been a touch low. 0-1. Kelenic didn't like the call. It was one of those borderline ones. The 0-1. Roxanne fires. Swing. Slices it foul towards the left-hand side. 0-2. Braves in their home whites with their blue ball caps, white A, red bill. Braves across the chest, tomahawk underneath. All in red outlined in navy. The 0-2 from Gibson. Up top, 91 misses. 1-2. Cardinals are in their road grays with 2 birds on the bat. Cardinals across the chest. Red ball caps, white STL, the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Gibson really putting it together today, 2 down. 2 away. That'll bring Ozzie Albies to the plate. Ozzie grounded out to second his first time up. He stands in at the box with a 257 average and a 721 OPS. Righty, lefty, open stance. The pitch, swing, and that ball's lifted over the second base bag, but drifting over, making the catch is Wynn. Good hit, hard hit ball by Ozzie Albies, but right at the shortstop. We'll be back in a flash.
I had a first date planned for Friday. I showered. I did my hair. I looked good. And then I sat in a restaurant for a half hour waiting for him, and he never showed up. He then called me 2 hours later to let me know that his dad was in the hospital. And then he called me after that to tell me that his dad wasn't actually in the hospital and that he lied. He then proceeded to leave me about 5 or 6 additional voicemails.
It's been an hour, and I haven't really heard from you, which I don't think is very cool. I talked to my friends, and they said I should have heard something from you by now. Super honest with you, and I just don't think that it's fair that you're not calling me back. It's not cool, you know.
Not cool.
I'm starting to rethink things, and
what?
I don't know. If I don't hear from you in the next 30 minutes, I'm sorry. I just don't think it's going to work out.
I'm up. Biggest pick of the draft. 5th pick, 6th round. TJ Hoshimazode. Yes. Lock it up.
Who?
What? TJ, how's the vanilla? All right. TJ, who's your mama?
Fantasy Rule 17. Know how to pronounce your draft picks.
You mean TJ Houshmandzadeh from the Bengals?
Put him on the board. Hoshimazole. Got it. Championship.
Fantasy football time.
Fans are on their feet, rooting for Jack Morris. And he takes a little walk, and you can understand it. He doesn't want to do anything in a hurry. A pitch away from a no-hitter. 1 pitch. He had it 2-2 to Lazinski, and then walked him. And he is 1-2 to Kittle. Got him swinging, and he has his no-hitter.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Charlie Morton fires the first pitch to Contreras, the number 3 hitter, well off the plate wide for a ball. 1-0 for Morton. Dixon rips, 84-mile-an-hour changeup inside, 2-0. Two-0 count. Pitch well off the plate, wide ball, 3-0. So this inning Starting off kind of rocky for Charlie. After a bit of a tough third inning, where he came out unscathed. The 3-0 pitch, four-seam fastball, fired in and fouled straight back. It's 3-1. Contreras batting .270 with a .912 OPS. 10 home runs. The St. Louis catcher, who's the designated hitter in this game, won. 3-1. Right down the pipe. Froze him. 3-2. So a 3-2 count. Infield is back into the left. The payoff pitch. Swung on, chopped foul in between home and third. Heading over towards the dugout of the third base side. We'll do it again. Braves nothing, Cardinals nothing. Top of the fourth inning. The payoff pitch from Morton. Swing. Chops it over towards third. Just past Riley, but foul. Just foul. Set it up once again. Looks about a half-filled crowd here at Truist Park. Sure, a lot of folks that had tickets to last night's game had not made plans to come to today's game. Though it does seem to be pretty good weather. As it's cloud covered, the 3-2 pitch, slice foul into the stands. We'll do it again. The 3-2 from Morton. Swing, chops it foul off of the plate. Might have got a piece of Darnode. We'll do it once again. Charlie Morton regroups and comes set. His 53rd pitch of the afternoon. Brings it, swings, roasted it in between Ozzie and Arcia, and it's a leadoff single for the Cardinals. He's going to try to, what in the world is Contreras doing? He tried to catch the Braves napping. Kid Kelnick comes up and fires a bean right there at second base. Ozzie grabs it and smacks him. He's out. Got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. I think he was taking advantage of the fact that Eddie Rosario is out there and left. You know Eddie, he does everything kind of lackadaisical. I don't think he realized that it was Kelnick that was going to come up firing. Morton fires the first pitch in there to Goldschmidt for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 swung on and chopped on off his instep. 0-2. Man, that was a great hustle by Kelnick and the wherewithal, the awareness just to come up and not only come up firing, but threw a perfect throw as he was going away from the base. The 0-2, four-seam in the dirt, 1-2. What a different inning that could be if he's standing there at second base with nobody out in the heart of the order for the Cardinals. But instead, one down, nobody on. The 1-2 from Charlie Morton. Kicks and fires. Way outside wide, 2-2. Seems like no matter what Charlie does, he always runs into one or two innings where he uses way too many pitches, and you see the pitch count go up. This will be his 58th of the afternoon. The 2-2 from Uncle Charlie. 92 sinker, well off the plate, 3-2. So he's worked this count full. Yeah, I agree. If Kelnick doesn't get a Gold Glove, the books are rigged. The payoff pitch from Uncle Charlie. Curveball well inside, ball 4. So they didn't want to give Goldschmidt anything he could handle, and now they walk a man with one out. They'll try their chances with Brendan Donovan. Pretty good hitting utility man. Before the Cardinals straightened themselves out and ended up, they're now in the conversation of a wild card. His first pitch on the way is a curveball off the plate for a strike. It's 0-1. Donovan was being rumored to being put on the trading block, and the Braves were really one of those teams that had an eye on him. The 0-1. Swing, pops it up. Back out of play, 0-2. Tampa Bay Rays have really gotten to Nestor Cortes. They lead 4-0. I think Cortez' gimmick is pretty much seen its better days. The 0-2, high and inside, 1-2. Never seen Cortez pitch. He's always doing this thing where he's delaying his release, changing his timing. And it worked for about a year and a half, but they have been really putting it to him. The 1-2 from Charlie. Curveball chopped over towards short. Arcias got it, steps on the bag, fires it down to first, and that's an inning-ending double play. So that's why Orlando Arcia continues to be in the lineup. We just got to get a bat at that position.
5 kids, 4 of them have problems today. That's what's wrong with me.
Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac Magee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
But, you know, I want to say one thing in all seriousness. I feel sorry for you people that don't drink. I mean it, because when you wake up in the morning, that's as good as you're going to feel all day.
Armchair.
My son's school sent an important update. We will no longer accept DoorDash, Uber, or any other food orders sent to the school for students. Please send prepackaged lunches or they can eat in the lunchroom. In case you all wondering, no, my son is not in high school. He's in 1st grade. What kind of lives are y'all leading? Y'all have been sending so much food through Uber Eats and DoorDash that the school had to shut it down? I don't care what y'all say. I don't want to hear nobody else come on this app and talk about how broke y'all are and y'all can't pay y'all bills.
I tell people this all the time. You might think I'm crazy when I tell you this, but the easiest place to hit the day is the big leagues. It is, and I'll tell you why. You make the big leagues. The lights are better. The umpires are better. Pitching control is better. And maybe most importantly, you're facing the same guys year after year after year. They don't get better. They don't change their philosophy.
Welcome back. Braves nothing, Cardinals nothing. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Austin Riley leads us off. He walked his first time up. First pitch on the way. Curveball down and away. It's 1-0. Austin Riley was getting pretty hot right before the season, first half of the season ended. The 1-0 pitch. Swing! That ball's laced down the left field line. Just foul. And I mean just foul. 1-1. That almost got down there in that left field corner, which would have been extra bases for sure. The 1-1. Inside, 2-1. So a 2-1 count. Gibson kicks and fires. Swing. Riley loses the bat towards the third base dugout. That is the second time he has lost the bat in the last 3 or 4 games. He's putting some spray on there now to keep a better grip. You can blame the spray all you want, but that really comes down to not having a good hold on it. Man, it's a good thing that netting is there. Someone got clunked on the dome for sure. So a 2-2 to Riley. Gibson brings it down below the knees, trying to get him to chase that sweeper. Ball 3-2. The 3-2. Comes set. Lets her go. Swing. Fists it foul and out of play. We'll do it again. Later on today in Major League Baseball, full slate starting at 4 o'clock. The payoff pitch to Gibson, swung on, popped back foul. Tried to go with the cutter on the outer edge, down and away. Just got a piece of it. We'll do it again. Mets and Marlins play at 4:10. Severino on the mound for the Mets. Phillies Pirates 6:40. Ortiz versus Sanchez. The payoff pitch. Swing. That ball's hammered down the third baseline, but plenty foul. Grounded hard, but nowhere near the line. Reds and Nationals. Lodolo versus Gore. That's at 6:45. Another payoff pitch from Gibson. The 9th of the at-bat. Brings it. Swing. That ball's hammered into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. And the rake turns a 9-pitch at bat into a leadoff single to start the 4th. Let's wake these bats up, Braves country. It was the 91-mile-an-hour sinker that he just grabbed and slammed it into left field. First pitch on the way to Matt Olson is off the plate wide for a ball. It's 1-0. See Grandma talking about Charlie being 40. I think what you can expect in the postseason is 3, maybe 4 good innings out of him, and then you're going to have to go to the pen. The 1-0, up top for a strike, 1-1. By the way, Ian Anderson is still on schedule to hopefully join the rotation sometime in August. The 1-1 to Olson. Swing and a miss. Cutter right there on his hands, 1-2. 1-2 count. Later on tonight, couple other games of note. You got the Padres and Guardians. Dylan Cease versus Gavin Williams. The 1-2. Down and away, 2-2. Red Sox and Dodgers, that's one of your Fox games along with Diamondbacks and Cubs. Red Sox have a brutal road 3 series, 2 of them on the road to start the second half stretch as they flip it over there to Austin Riley to keep him close by, which is key because they are in the conversation. That AL wild card, the 2-2 pitch to Olson, swing, slices it foul. But the big key with this, and you can imagine Red Sox fans are fired up about it. They're right now they would be heading to the wild card round, but the front office, the brass, has given no indication that they are buyers at the deadline, that they're more likely to stand pat. The 2-2 to Olson, way outside wide, ball 3-2. So another payoff pitch to Olson. This will be Gibson's 60th pitch. Marcell Ozuna standing on deck. You'd love to see Matt find a way to get on with the big Zoo standing at the plate. The payoff pitch, swing, pops it up. High in the sky. Will it stay in stay in play. It will just bend out of play. Foul territory, just got over the netting in the very first row, then took a high bounce into the crowd. We'll do it again with the payoff pitch. This will be the 8th pitch by Gibson to Olsen. That was after a 9-pitch at bat to Austin Riley. Runner on first, nobody out. The payoff pitch. Swing, pops it up. That looks like that will stay in play. Lazy fly ball into left field. Olsen just got under it, one away. Unless there's a major trade made, Charlie Morton will definitely be a starter in the playoffs. That's just the way they're going to roll it. He may be the number 4 guy, but he'll definitely be a starter. Even if it's treated more like an opener. Marcell Ozuna comes to the plate. First pitch on the way, swung on, chopped over towards third. This is going to be a 5-4-3 inning-ending, rally-killing double play. Braves put one on, but can't get any further, and Marcell really gave Gibson a gift. His pitch count was running high, swung at the very first pitch.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to put him
1-1 pitch. A long drive to right. Ramirez turns to the track. She's gone. Day of justice. All is forgiven in Atlanta. Baerga is 0 for 3. Left center field. Grissom on the run. The team of the 90s has its world championship.
God would never let me be successful. He'll kill me first. He'll never let me be happy.
I thought you didn't believe in God.
I do for the bad things.
The ref wants to fight. See him? He's like, fight me. It's offsides. Right, they're on the side. He's like, oh, no, he's calling offsides. Oh, I didn't know. Cussing. No, it's a false start. Oh, false start. Same thing. It's not the same thing. Oh, okay. It's my first time. Look, power to the people. 4th down. Oh, 4th down. I mean, that's 4th down. Yeah, that's 4th down. Illegal hair pull. Illegal substitution. Nose punch. Face mask. Illegal leg stretch. You can't stretch. Roughing the kicker. Do you even watch football? Yeah. Are you sure? Yeah.
This is for an NFL record 66 yards. On its way.
Look, he's so mad he just kicked the ball. It's a field goal, Darren. Ref's like, why'd you kick the ball? If I was the ref, I'd probably go talk to him. I'd probably be like, you can't just be kicking the ball because you're mad.
And I don't give a damn who you are, how much money you got. You're going to make 7 out of 10 outs and go to the Hall of Fame. What others, is LeBron James shoots 3 out of 10? Are we buying that 26? If Tom Brady completes 3 out of 10, are we buying that 12? No. So, just accept the fact. I made 10,000 outs. I did Reggie Jackson's radio show about an hour ago. I made more outs than he got at bats. And he was the first to tell me that, by the way. Smart ass. He told me it was Mr. October. I said, Reggie, listen, I was Mr. April, May, June, July, and August, and September.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Charlie Morton goes back to work. First pitch. Fires in a 92-mile-an-hour fastball on the outer edge. It's on. The 0-1. Righty, kicks and fires. Curveball down and away, 1-1. One of the things you got to look at with whether or not you would put Charlie Morton into the rotation, because it'll be a 4-man rotation in October. They won't run 3, and they won't run 5. The 1-1 swung on, pops it up, back foul and out of play is 1-2. The idea of putting like a rookie out there to run out in a playoff game with all the nerves, that's just not the way the Braves are going to go at it. They're going to put the veteran out there to at least start the game. If he gets in trouble, go get him. The 1-2 pitch is swatted foul and out of play. Do it again. But I do think Schwellenbach is making a very strong argument. They've just never done that in the past. The 1-2. Down and away, 2-2. So a 2-2 count. There you are, Yelton. How are you? The 2-2 to Arenado. 69th pitch of the afternoon. Swing. That ball's hammered down the third base line. Backhanded by Riley. Fires it across the diamond. And it's a nice 5-3 putout to start the fifth. Wow. That ball was smoked. Arenado, never the greatest of runners, but definitely has lost a step over the years. I know Riley wants to get him out there because badge of honor to make a good defensive play against Arenado with so many gold gloves. First pitch on the way to Nootbaar is up top for a strike. Curveball, it's 0-1. You got to figure being a third baseman, Arenado's got to be one of the guys that Riley was looking up to as he was coming up. The 0-1, curveball at the knees. 1-1. 1-1 count. Infield is back. Pretty straight up, except Riley's playing well over to the shift. The 1-1 pitch hit up the middle, and that's going to dribble through the infield for another seeing eye single for the St. Louis Cardinals. 1 on, 1 out here in the top of the fifth. Really is strange. Normally when they play the defense to pull like they do where Riley is stationed, normally they would have Arcia standing really close to that second base bag, and that would have been an easy play for Orlando. But instead they had him far over. Really strange defensive lineup considering as the first pitch on the way to Paez, who's 1 for 1, is right there for a strike on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Because there wasn't much of a gap between where Riley was standing and where Arcia was standing, if you're looking at it from home plate. So I feel like either Arcia was out of place or Riley was out of place because you don't normally have the third baseman and the shortstop overlapping like that. The 0-1 pitch, swung on, hit up the middle, backhanded by Ozzie. He fires it across the diamond, a one-hopper into the glove of Olsen, and it's a 4-3 putout, 2 away. Arcia was covering second. I think he thinks Ozzie would have been able to get it to him, but I think Ozzie made the right play. If he throws that ball to second, he's going to have to fire it hot from a very short distance. You could handcuff Arcia. Instead, he takes the easy out with the slow-running Paez running to first. So the runner is at second scoring position, but there are 2 down. First pitch on the way to Ciani, who's 1 for 1, is a curveball on the outer edge for a strike. It's 0-1. Pretty nifty play by Ozzie, by the way, because he had to backhand it, throw it over Arcia's head, and just drop it in as a one-hopper there to Olsen. The 0-1, swing and a miss over the top, change up, 0-2. So an 0-2 count. I'm with you on the wash thing. I keep waiting to see the Angels part their ways and we go grab them. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Curveball swung right over it, and that'll end the inning. So they put 1 on and get him in scoring position, but the Braves get out of it with some nifty defense. We'll be back in a flash.
Better get that checked out?
I would.
What kind of a therapist are you? I'm telling you, I'm scared that something terrible is going to happen to me right away. You start looking for tumors?
I'm trying to help you.
I bet you're rooting for a tumor.
I think you'd better go.
No, I'm going, baby. I'm going.
Hey, Braves Country. This is Mac Magee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
You got anything you'd like to ask Tom before we go, CJ?
I would just ask, when you started playing well, what was the process of your mentality? Like, how did you stay on the straight and narrow? You have people reaching out and family and, like, just the world around you seems like it's spinning and you're just trying to stay focused. And
I think the important thing I really want you to realize, this is now your job. Everyone, when they come to the game, it's a vacation. It's fun for them. Oh, my God, we're here to watch, CJ play. For you, you don't bust in on your friends at their job. You don't need to be the source of people's entertainment. The memories you're going to have from a great season are fun. The games are fun. The practice, the camaraderie is fun. Trying to create fun for everybody else outside of that isn't your responsibility.
Armchair.
It's all mixed up with peanuts, tobacco juice, and a hearty feeling among the fans joshing each other. Always this raucous, good spirit. Everybody came to have a good time. That's the way I remember it. The whole stand's full of people all roaring. And I guess it's true of any sport, but in baseball, I've never known an instance where so instantly a whole crowd could be brought to its feet, roaring with delight over just a clean crack of a bat against the ball.
Welcome back. Travis d'Arnaud leads us off. First pitch on the way to Travis is an 89-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball. It's 0-1. We lost the feed from MLB last time he was up, but he did have a single to right field. The only hit until Riley's last inning. The 0-1 swung on, popped up high in the sky. Lazy fly ball into right center, drifting over, making the catch is Siani. One away. One down, and that'll bring Eddie Rosario to the plate. He is 0 for 1, standing in with a 180 average and a 533 OPS. Rosario struck out swinging. That was a part of the half inning that we missed because of the technical glitch on MLB. First pitch on the way to Rosario. Right down the pipe for a strike. It's 0-1. I think that might have been MLB and this time not Bally's because it happened both on the St. Louis and the Braves feed at the same time. What I noticed this morning is the 0-1. High and out of the zone, 1-1. If you went into today's game, they had two links you could click on. One would say thanks for watching because it was the link from last night, and the other one was today's game. And somehow I bet somebody tried to eliminate one and they spit the bit. The 1-1 to Rosario, down and in, bangs just past the plate. Good take by Eddie, 2-1. So a 2-1 count. Yeah, I would like to see Washington back. The problem is I don't think the Angels are going to fire him. And he's not going to walk away. The 2-1 to Rosario. Swing, chops it over towards the first base line. Just foul. Smack the chalk in between home and first. Then continue to tail off. Evens up the count 2-2. On deck is Duvall. Arcia in the hole if they can keep it going. Gibson comes set. They set up inside. Here's the pitch. High. Swings, pops it back, foul. The one thing you know about Eddie Rosario, if you throw a high heater to him, he will chase it out of the zone. And you're seeing most of the teams we face, they do exactly that. The 2-2 to Eddie. Down and away. 3-2. His wheelhouse is that low pitch, but for whatever reason, and I know he knows that's his wheelhouse, he cannot lay off the high stuff. So a 3-2 count, the payoff pitch. High and out of the zone, ball four. So that one was well too high to get him to chase. And Eddie will head on down to first. You're watching at home and have it synced up. If that pitch would have been over the plate with that same height, he probably chased it. Because it started outside and drifted away, he was able to hold off. That'll bring Adam Duvall to the plate. If you missed it yesterday, Ramon Laureano is back on the team. First pitch on the way to Duvall is hammered down the third base line, but foul. It's 0-1. Brian Anderson was DFA'd and he elected free agency. So what our bench looks at today, obviously we have Sean Murphy, we have Laureano, Zach Short is still with the team, and Eli White is still with the team. The 0-1, down and in, 1-1. What you would assume is that they're going to make a trade for an outfielder, and Eli White will be gone. And they may make a trade for an infielder, which would get rid of Zach Short. The 1-1, pitch outside wide. They're going to fire it down to first to keep Eddie close by. So a 2-1 count. Braves nothing, Cardinals nothing. The pitch on the way. Dots the I at the top of the zone on the outer edge, 2-2. Righty-righty matchup. Runner at first, 1 out. Pitch to Duvall. Swing. That ball's lifted over towards second. It's going to be, they're going to get a, that was a mess. Let me clean it up. It was a looping ball to Donovan. The ball hit the ground. They tossed it to second for the force. Eddie was running back to first. Eddie and Duvall almost collided into each other because Duvall kept running down the line. Duvall was kind of a light jog. He's lucky he didn't get doubled up. It should be Duvall at first and 2 outs. They're going to look at it real quick in the Cardinals dugout, but no challenge. First pitch on the way to Orlando Arcia. He's up top for a strike. It's 0-1. So it'll be a fielder's choice. If you're scoring at home, it's a 4-6 putout. The 0-1 swung on. That ball's laced into left field, but right into the glove of Burleson to end the inning. So the Braves put one on, but can't do nothing with it. The bottom of that order is a dead zone. We'll be back in a flash.
You won't let me draft the players I want to play. It's fantasy football, so the Hulk should be able to be on the team.
Hey, Braves Country. This is Mac Magee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
So I am Gen X, and my retirement plan is to pass away. So I'm not sure how many other Gen X people have that as their retirement goal, but I know that I will be working one day and fall over dead, and that's how it goes.
This portion of the show is being brought to you by The Best Things in Life, which are still free with minimum purchase at participating dealers.
Let me tell you something. If the U.S. government decides to stick a tracking device up your ass, you say thank you and God bless America.
It's the game my father taught me how to play. It's time I saw things on a level plane. Something was rolling towards me, and it said Spalding on it. I picked it up. Instinctually, we push it back. And those days, those summer days became fall days, became our Sundays together with my brothers and I, and my dad whipping off his wicked curve. I just remember how my hands hurt. At first, as I was afraid of the ball and his coaching, keep your shoulder in there, don't bail out, it's not going to hurt you, and that's what I remember.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio. Please like and subscribe today, youtube.com/@BravesCountry. Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. 0-0 your score yet still. Atlanta Braves. Charlie Morton go back to work. First pitch on the way is a curveball. Right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Charlie Morton's 78th pitch of the afternoon. The 0-1 to Wynn, who's 0 for 2. Leadoff hitter for the Cardinals. The pitch. Swing. That ball's laced down the right field line. That is a fair ball, and that is trouble. That gets past Duvall. That should be an error on Duvall. I don't know what he did there, but he absolutely screwed that up, and Mason Wynn is going to be standing on third. The bad defensive play by Duvall. He kind of just went over there and kind of half-assed put his glove down, and the ball rolled underneath it. And with wind speed, he made it all the way to third. So you can put that one on him all the way. That should have been a single. Instead, it's a two-base error with nobody out. First pitch on the way to Burleson. High and inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Braves will bring the infield in after the gaff by Duvall. The 1-0. Righty-lefty kicks and fires right there on the inner cut. Doesn't get the call. Bad call by Blue. 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Pitch on the way, swung on, banged through the middle, and it's a 1-0 lead for the St. Louis Cardinals. 1-0 your score. We did chop that sign. Thank you for smashing that like sign. Nonetheless, the error by Duvall leads to a run. They did not even call it an error. That's bad scorekeeping by the Braves' hometown scorekeeper. First pitch on the way to Contreras is right there for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0 right there for a strike. Just over the knees, 1-1. So Cardinals 1, Braves 0. Top of the 6th inning. Duvall gifted a non-error, but I guarantee he'll tell you that they should have hung one on him. The 1-1. Swing and a miss over the top, 1-2. Honestly, what you saw there looked like something that Eddie Rosario would do. Just kind of halfway go over there and kind of lay his glove down instead of getting in front of it, and the ball scooted underneath it. The 1-2. Charlie turns around, flips it over to first to keep the runner close by. So 1-2 count. 1 on, nobody out. Warming up in the bullpen is Dylan Lee. The pitch. Swing! That ball's blasted high, but not very deep. Coming over, making the catch is Kid Kelnick, 1 away. The ball did roll over and just touch his glove. So for folks who might think he doesn't get the error because it didn't touch a glove, it did briskly just the showed on the St. Louis side of it. It touched the strings of it. But anyway you look at it, he didn't get in front of it, and that's what cost them the run. First pitch from Morton to Goldschmidt is a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks in, fires. Swing, chops it foul. Back behind him, 0-2. So an 0-2 count. We may get lucky. So there's a big front that's coming in from the southeast heading towards Atlanta. But the way that the radar is looking right now, it may very well stay southeast of us. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 away. Looking at it at 1. If it goes north at all, it's a wrap. But we may get lucky and just miss. missed that big. I mean, it is a pretty good-sized storm. They're going to flip it over to first to keep the runner close by as Donovan comes to the plate. First pitch on the way from Morton is a curveball well off the edge. 1-0. Charlie Morton at 90 pitches. You would think this is probably his last inning, no matter how this plays out. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Curveball right there. 2-0. Maybe if he got out of it really quick here, you might see him begin the 7th. But I would think at some point you're going to have to go to the pen in the 7th inning. They do have that in mind, that not only do they not have a day off until August, I think it's either 16 games in 15 days or 17 and 16. The 1-1 way high inside, four-seam fastball about took Donovan's head off, 2-1. But regardless, it's a little over 2.5 weeks without a day off, and you add this doubleheader into it. They're going to be trying to keep that bullpen as fresh as they can. The 2-1 from Morton. Right there for a strike, change up on the outer edge, up top, 2-2. So a 2-2 count. And the radar on another page looks like it's going to miss Atlanta completely. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Charlie Morton gets out of the jam that Duvall, man, that was a bad one, Adam. We'll be back in a flash. Braves will grab the bats and try to tie it up. It's 1-0.
Hey, you want a beer?
A little early for that, ain't it?
Too early for a beer?
No, for stupid questions. Of course I want a beer.
We got a tie. We need to fix it. We need a tiebreaker.
I agree. Ties are not acceptable in fantasy football. Fantasy football is about proving that you are better than your friends, not equally as good as your friends, okay? It's not communism. We're not coveting Billy Joel cassette tapes and wearing ill-fitting blue jeans.
Good call on going to YEG Exotic, brah. This place slaps.
Dad, don't embarrass me.
How's it going, sir?
Good, how about you, man?
Good. I'm wondering if you could help us. My daughter is low-key looking for some bussin' soda pop. No cap.
Dad!
This morning, I had a craving for Chipotle, so that's where I went for lunch. And the young man working the counter, he was so polite. Perhaps a little too polite, because he called me ma'am. He called me ma'am not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times. And if he did it one more time, I was going to reach across the counter, put his bling on a stick, and I was going to bubble wrap his heart and FedEx it to his mama. But of course, I did not do that, because I am a lady, and that would violate my parole.
It is a haunted game in which every player is measured against the ghosts of all who have gone before. Most of all, it is about time and timelessness, speed and grace, failure and loss, imperishable hope and coming home.
Thank you for listening, liking, and subscribing to Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. A week for this. Let's get some damn runs. Come on, Braves Country. Top of the order, Kid Kelnick, 3rd time through. Gibbs is still on the bump. First pitch on the way is an 84-mile-an-hour changeup. It's 0-1. Looking at the radar, it looks more and more promising, like we'll get that game in with no real issue. The 0-1. Kicks and fires, way outside wide, 2-1. That's assuming that this radar, I looked at one of them, they looked a lot closer to Atlanta. The one on the weather.com, it's well south of Atlanta. We should be in pretty good shape. The 1-1, way outside wide, cutter misses, 2-1. we'll continue to look at it and keep an eye on it, but so far so good. The 2-1 count. Gibson, his 82nd pitch of the night. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky. Lazy fly ball into left field, one away. Ozzie Albies, who's 0-4. We only have 2 hits in this game. More of the same problems we have seen with this Braves offense. 2 hits. One by Austin Riley, one by Travis d'Arnaud, and that's it. 4 strikeouts on the day for Gibson. Charlie has 4 as well. Ozzie Albies comes to the plate, open stance from the left side. The first pitch way outside wide. 1-0. Kelenic continues to struggle. If he wants to keep that leadoff slot, he's going to have to do a lot better than that with Michael Harris coming back. The 1-0 to Ozzie. Swing, chops it hard on the ground to first. Easy play by Goldschmidt. He'll step on the bag. Quickly 2 away. So the Braves, who at one point had Gibson on the ropes with this pitch count, they have been giving away at bats the last few innings, really quick counts, and he's sitting there in the 6th inning at 84 pitches, which is a very good number. Austin Riley, one of only 2 hits so far in the game, comes to the plate batting .260 and a .784 OPS. First pitch on the way to Austin is up top for a strike. It's 0-1. They asked Austin what you would give grades to for the pitching staff. He said an A. They asked him on the offense. He said a C. I think he's being very kind. I think if I gave the Braves first half their offense, I'd give it D+, maybe C-. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Chase that one nowhere near the zone. You and I wouldn't swing at that one. It's 0-2. Not sure what he was doing there. So an 0-2 count. Braves trail 1-0 here in the 6th inning. Gibson kicks and fires. Caught looking, strike 3. Go sit down, son, if you're not going to swing the bat. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country. Braves, 3 up, 3 down once again.
But how old are you? Well, I know you were looking for someone early to mid-20s. I'm slightly older.
Right. How old?
I just turned 29.
Recently?
Last year.
So you're 29?
Last year.
And how old are you, like, right now?
1 more year older.
So 30.
Yeah. 32.
This portion of the show is being brought to you by Whatever We Have in Stock Are Us, your one-stop place to shop for whatever we happen to have lying around at the time.
You're playing with my mind.
I'm trying to play with your body.
I knew it. You're trying to seduce me.
Well, of course I'm trying to seduce you, for God's sake. I'm doing a damn poor job of it. Aren't I pretty?
God, I think you're real cute.
Cute? Baby ducks are cute. I hate cute.
What to do when your child hits.
I'm pretty sure I already know what to do, but let's see if we're on the same page.
If you don't know me already, I help people parent better.
Help people parent better? I don't like the way you worded that.
All right, 3 reasons why kids hit.
I'm pretty sure there's only one reason why kids hit.
And the 3-step process to get them to stop.
I'm pretty sure my 1-step procedure would suffice.
Reason number 1 why kids hit. Their physical development outpaces their verbal and intellectual development, so this is how they communicate.
Or they just bad.
Reason number 2 why kids hit. Because it's effective at getting our attention.
AKA they bad.
Number 3, older kids hit because it has been modeled to them. So how do we get them to stop?
You give them an old school ass whipping, that's how.
We are going to redirect their hands to do something more appropriate.
I'll be too busy directing my own hands.
Armchair.
I see great things in baseball. It's our game, the American game. It will take our people out of doors, fill them with oxygen, give them a larger physical stoicism, tend to relieve us from being a nervous, dyspeptic set, repair these losses, and be a blessing to us. Walt Whitman.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Atlanta Braves will bring Dylan Lee in. So Charlie Morton's day is done. Pretty good effort by Charlie, other than that Ball that they're going to try to credit his earned run. It's not an earned run. See if they change that down the road. First pitch on the way from Dylan Lee to Arenado is a swing and a miss strike. It's 0-1. That should have been an error because after that, he gave up a single with the infield in. That would have probably been a double play had Duvall cut that ball off. Worst case scenario, the runner would have went to third. The 0-1, outside wide, 1-1. Dylan Lee, the left-hander, the 1.95 ERA, swing. That ball's lifted high and deep in the left field corner, and that ball is over the wall. Leaping over the wall to try to make the catch is Rosario, but instead Dylan Lee gives up a solo shot, and it's 2-0 St. Louis. Just got over that gate. Rosario was a little late getting there. If he gets there in time and sets himself up, he may have actually been able to bring that back. But he wasn't able to get there in time, and the ball just got over the fence. Probably out of his reach nonetheless. The 2-0 your score. Newtbar comes to the plate, takes the first pitch right down the pipe. First strike, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Problem with the way the Braves have played this is the 0-1, down and in, 1-1. Because they haven't ran Gibson out because of pitch count, he's probably going out there for a seventh inning, which is going to give them an advantage going into game 2. They don't have to use many relievers. The 1-1, down and in, 2-1. So a 2-1 count. Darnode sets up outside. Pitch right there at the knees. 3-1. Not getting the calls, that's for sure. Newtbar 1 for 2 on the day. The 3-1 pitch. Right there, first strike, 3-2. Newtbar had started to take his protective gear off. He thought he was going to get the call. Did look like it hit the zone. Pretty good frame by Darnode as well. Just kissed the black going by. So a payoff pitch from Lee. Swung on, chopped up the middle. I've not seen this many seeing eye singles in a game that we have done in quite some time. That ball goes in between second and short. Normally we got a guy standing right there ready to make the play, but they are not on it today. The ball's just being, you couldn't roll it out there better. So one on, nobody out, excuse me. Hind catcher Paez comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2. First pitch on the way. Four-seam fastball, nowhere near the zone. 1-0. With that second game on the docket tonight, if the Braves don't put a charge onto the scoreboard, you're going to see the back of the front of the bullpen, I should say, in this game. The 1-0 pitch swung on. That ball is laced foul down the right field line, just foul. Duvall got a late break on over there. If that ball would have landed fair, that would have been big time trouble. Braves still have 3 more at bats, so that they can keep the score where it's at. We're talking about a bloop and a blast ties it. One on, nobody out. The number 8 hitter, the hind catcher, Paez, stands in. The first pitch on the way. Down in the dirt, 2-1. So a 2-1 count. St. Louis Cardinals, by the way, their bullpen is ranked 5th in the National League. The 2-1. Swing and a miss over the top. 2-2. That puts them 7th in Major League Baseball. They are just about a half run higher than the Braves' bullpen ERA. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good pitch by Lee. Slider down and in, 1 away. Cleveland's bullpen continues to amaze. They're sitting at its 2.6. We came into today with the 2.94, but obviously that'll go up with the run given up by Dylan Lee. Lefty-lefty matchup as Siani comes to the plate. The center fielder, number 9 hitter. First pitch on the way. P at the knees, 94-mile-an-hour fastball. It's 0-1. Somebody was asking about Hurston Waldrop. I saw it during one of the breaks and didn't get a chance to get back to it. The thing about Hurston Waldrop is the 0-1 pitch. Popped up, tried to drop a bunt. Bunts it foul behind home plate. It'll land to the ground softly, 0-2. Hurston Waldrop, that was a ghost IL. When you saw him put on the IL, that was to limit his innings. I don't know if we'll see him the rest of the year. Maybe in a spot start in late September if everything's already locked up. But he's really looking more at the 2025 season, the 0-2, down and away, 1-2. If all the other guys stay healthy, the 5 guys we have on the mound in the rotation right now, Elder, who's pitching today, then you've got Smith-Shawver on his way back, and Ian Anderson. You got a pretty deep rotation where I don't think they want to rush him back. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss over the top, strike 3. Nice slider by Dylan Lee, 2 away. And the last thing you want to do is keep putting him up there and having him not have great success when you consider the sky's the limit for this kid. And I just think they rushed him. He wasn't ready. What we saw was he didn't have the pitching depth in his repertoire with control like we saw with Schwellenbach. First pitch to Mason Wynn is high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. 92, just off the edge up top outside, 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Braves trail by just 2. Runner at first, 2 outs. The pitch. Right there at the knees. 2-1. The 2-1 from Lee. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky. Drifting over into shallow right field is Adam Duvall to make the catch. And that'll end the inning. Not before the Cardinals put another on the board. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Get up and stretch, Braves country. 2-0 your score.
All right. I can't see you. Let me hear you. All right.
Some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I
Welcome back. Gibson is back out there to work, and here comes Matt Olson. First pitch on the way, curveball in the dirt. It's 1-0. Gibson at 88 pitches, so you can figure this is probably his last inning. He's pitched a gem so far. The 1-0. Kicks and fires in the dirt, 2-0. He's allowed just 2 hits in 6 innings. No runs. 5 strikeouts. He has walked 2. He's dropped his ERA down to 3.93 so far. The 2-0 to Olson. Swing. Chase that one off the plate. Fouls it back. 2-2. Or 2-1, excuse me. The 2-1. Gibson comes set, kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Cutter up top. They just flashed on the screen trying to compare last year's second half splits of Olson. It's not the same season that Olson was having last year. He was already on a tear. The 2-2 to Olson. Gibson comes set. Starts to rock, kicks and fires. Swung on and just got a piece of that. Fouls it back behind home plate. Rolls to the backstop. 2-2. The 2-2. Gibson, 93rd pitch of the afternoon. They set up outside wide. In the dirt. Good take by Olson. Thought he might swing at that one. So a payoff pitch on the way to Olson. Leading off here in the bottom of the 7th. A bloop and a blast would tie it. Ozuna stands on deck. The 3-2 pitch. Swing. Chopper. Back over the mound. Wynn's got plenty of time. Fires it over to first. The 6-3 put out. 1 away. High chopper with Olson's speed. Wynn got over there very quickly. Marcell Ozuna will come to the plate. He's over. Struck out looking his first time up. Grounded into a double play his second time up. First pitch on the way to the Big Zoo. Is outside wide for a strike. Cutter just grabbed the plate. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Gibson kicks and fires. Outside wide. 1-1. They're doing the same thing with the last season's splits with Ozuna. Now, Ozuna's a little different. Ozuna, well, actually, he's a lot different. He started off so slow and then really caught fire in the second month of the season and never looked back. Has played well this year. The 1-1. Swung on, chopped foul. Chased that one inside. Should have left that one alone. Banged it down the third base line. That was definitely ball 2. 1-2 count. They've gone cutter, sinker, sinker. See where they go here with the 1-2. They've been going with the bender. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Sweeper got him. 2 away. Kyle Gibson is absolutely taking these Braves hitters to school. He's 1 out away from 7 scoreless and just allowing 2 hits through. His 6th strikeout of the day. That'll bring Travis d'Arnaud. Travis d'Arnaud, who was hot right before we left the break, takes a swing at the first pitch. Cutter, foul back out of play. It's 0-1. d'Arnaud, 1 for 2. Singled to right. His first time up. The 0-1 to d'Arnaud. Swung on. That ball's laced into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. That's what you need. You need the bloop. Now we need the blast. Went with the bender, but it was a cement mixer that hung up there. And Darnode was able to slap it into left field. Looks like that's going to be it. That was Gibson's 100th pitch. And if he was at home, he'd be getting a standing ovation. They'll go to the pen. We'll go to break. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
The Almighty says this must be a fashionable fight. It's drawn the finest people.
People say that, oh, you want to be different so bad, you want to be different so bad. No. I would much rather fit in and be liked. But there's something wrong with me psychologically.
Nice to meet you, Meg.
Wow, you've got a great voice. Would you record my outgoing voicemail message?
I'd be happy to.
And could you make it sound like one of your truck commercials?
If you're looking for something rugged, something durable, something with an endless supply of gas and a tailgate made for dumping, then you must be looking for Meg. Meg might not be much to look at, but with 2 different shape airbags, Meg is one ride you won't mind taking out to the middle of nowhere and giving it your all. She's road ready and road hard. Kindly leave your go-by and Roman numerals at the sound of the chow bell.
Let's keep the Dodgers in Brooklyn. Our house is not a home without some...
One summer day in 1839 at Cooperstown, New York, on the shores of Lake Otsego, the local academy was playing a game of town ball against Green's Select School. The rules of town ball were so loose that every hit was fair, and boys sometimes ran headlong into one another. That day, an academy player named Abner Doubleday sat down and on the spot drew up the rules for a brand new game and called it baseball. Abner Doubleday would eventually become a hero at the Battle of Gettysburg, and his game would become the national pastime, or so the legend has it. Abner Doubleday really was a distinguished soldier, but he was at West Point, not Cooperstown, that summer. Never claimed to have had anything to do with baseball, may never have even seen a professional game.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Ryan Fernandez with a 2.08 ERA comes on. 24% K rate. The first pitch on the way to Eddie Rosario is 95 up top. Misses high, and Eddie laid off of it. It's 1-0. Runner at first, 2 outs. The tying run at the plate, the 1-0 swing, and that ball's lifted high and deep. Going back on the track. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam-a ding-dong. The game-tying 2-run shot. And Eddie Rosario, ring around the Rosario, ashes to ashes, we go downtown. 2-2 your score. And just like that, a bloop and a blast, we back in this one. First pitch on the way to Adam Duvall is swung on and fouled straight back. It's 1-0. Or 0-1, excuse me. That ball just got on top of the right field wall and bounced towards the chop house. When I say just, about an inch lower, and it would have bounced back into fair territory. The 0-1. Sinker outside wide, 1-1. They just showed the replay, and it literally hit the top. If you were on the edge of your roof, you're talking about it hit the gutter. The 1-1. Outside wide, 2-1. So a 2-1 count, a game that we do not deserve to be tied in. Eddie Rosario just tied this baby up. And the Eddie chants have to be going hard at Truist Park. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 2-2. Talked about the last time he was up how he continues to swing it high and out of the zone. That one was low and in. I don't know why they decided to pitch him there, but thank you. The 2-2. Swing, and that ball's hit hard on the ground, but right to Arenado. That guy makes very few mistakes, and he ain't going to do it today. A 5-3 putout will end the inning, but not for your Atlanta Braves. Put 2 on the board. We go to break, heading to the 8th, tied at 2.
I should have gone to law school or high school.
Mike Schmidt batting .286, 10 homers. He's knocked in 29. He's tied for second in the league in home runs behind Eric Davis, who has 13 of them. Schmidt, Dawson, and Durham of the Cubs each have 10. 1-1 to Schmidt. Schmidt lifetime is hitting just .189 against Nolan Ryan. 7 hits and 37 at bats. 5 of those 7 hits have been home runs. Struck him out. First strikeout for Ryan. That's 2 down here in the first.
But, you know, I want to say one thing in all seriousness. I feel sorry for you people that don't drink. I mean it, because when you wake up in the morning, that's as good as you're going to feel all day.
Armchair.
Babe, do you like my new nails?
Let me see them. Yeah, those are cool. I probably
You like the red?
I like the bubble bath ones better, but those are alright.
How do you know what bubble bath is?
What do you mean? Like, everybody knows that.
From who? Because I've never gotten those.
You haven't?
No. How do you know what those are? Who have you been hanging with?
What do you mean?
How do you know what those are?
No, I do like yours, though. They look good.
Armchair.
You think about it. What is there in your life, besides your love of family maybe, that carries all the way through from almost your earliest recollections till the day you die, and you care about it in one way or another? There are very, very few things that make that list. We come to things at various times in our lives when we can comprehend them, when we have an interest in them. But we have a child's interest in baseball, in my case from the time I was 5. I can't imagine never having an interest in baseball. So it will be one of the few things in my life that I have cared about in one way or another all the way through.
Welcome back. Joe Jimenez is the pitcher. The Braves putting their best foot forward again with tying the game up in the bottom of the 7th. We hit the 8th. First pitch on the way. Fastball right there. Kisses the black up top. It's a Alec Burleson, who's 1 for 3, stands in. Singled his right his last time up. He'll be followed by Contreras and Goldschmidt. The 0-1 swing and a miss. 94 right down the pipe. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. If you're just joining us, the Atlanta Braves just tied it up with a 2-run home run by Eddie Rosario. The 0-2 swung on, pops it up, high into left field. The man of the hour, Eddie, makes the catch with that red glove. 1 away. Earlier in the game, in a scoreless game of the 6th, Mason Wynn hit a ball into the right field corner that Duvall gaffed on and let it roll to the back wall. Wynn got to third and then scored with the infield in with a single by Burleson. That made it 1-0. First pitch on the way to Contreras is a swing and a miss at that slider. It's 0-1. Nolan Arenado then just creeped a 346-foot home run over the left field wall off of Dylan Lee in the top of the 7th. As the 0-1 in the dirt, 1-1. That made it 2-0. The Braves then quickly got 2 outs in their bottom of the 7th as the 1-1 pitch. Right there for a strike, 1-2. Travis d'Arnaud kept the inning going with a single and then a low and outside pitch to Eddie Rosario that honestly wasn't a terrible pitch, but that's his zone. He hooked it over the right field wall as the 1-2 is outside, 2-2. Just getting on top of the wall, and that tied the game. That's where we're at. The 2-2. Lifts and fires down and away. 3-2. So a 3-2 count. pitch. Swing. That ball's hammered over to short, but right at Arcia. He's got it. Flips it over to first. 2 away. Hard hit ball. But thankfully right at Orlando Arcia. Hard one-hopper. That's anywhere else on the diamond. It's probably into the outfield. Goldschmidt comes in. Dangerous power hitter. First pitch on the way. Slider down the way. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Righty-righty matchup. 228 average and a 662 OPS, but we know he hits much better than that. The 0-2. 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Had a really slow start to this 2024 season. Surprised he wasn't traded to Atlanta. But he's picked it up a little bit, then went into a mini slump right before the break. The 1-1 pitch is in the dirt, 2-1. So a 2-1 count. Donovan stands on deck. Top of the 8th. Darnold sets up outside. 94 just kisses the black. 2-2. Deuce is wild. 2-2 your score. A 2-2 count. 2 outs in the top of the 8th. The pitch. 95 just missed outside. I mean, just missed. Probably about an inch or 2 off the plate. We'll do it again. The payoff pitch from Jimenez. Number 77 fires a pitch. Swing, and that ball gets lifted into center field. Running back, making the running catch is Kid Kelnick, and that'll end the inning. So 3 up, 3 down, just what the doctor ordered right here in Braves country. We'll be back in a flash.
Why is there a pancake in the silverware drawer?
I mean, why is there silverware in the pancake drawer?
Basketball players want to be football players, and football players want to be basketball players, and we all want to play baseball.
Enjoy sun-drenched days, epic stays, and plenty of room to roam in Greater Fort Lauderdale. Our hotels, attractions, and restaurants have taken the Visit Lauderdale's Safe and Clean pledge, so you can relax and explore with confidence. When you're ready for that well-deserved staycation, our 23 miles of golden beaches await. Find wide-open spaces to hike, bike, kayak, and paddleboard. Visit your favorite attractions, then dine out in style or al fresco on waterfront patios. Learn more at sunny.org.
Okay, if you were in the 20s, in the 80s, how did you get your hair to stay? Okay, because I am spraying. I am really spraying, and I am teasing. But in 20 minutes, this is going to be gone. How did you do it? Because that was up here. And as far as I'm concerned, it was there all day. So if you know, please let me know, because I'm trying to recreate your look. And I don't know how to do it, okay? Because I was born in 1999. Thank you so much. Love you. Bye.
The ref wants to fight. See him? He's like, fight
it's
me.
Offsides.
Right, they're on his side. He's like...
No, he's calling offsides.
Oh, I didn't know. Cussing.
No, it's a false start.
Oh, false start. Same thing.
It's not the same thing.
Oh, okay. Look, power to the people.
4th down.
Oh, 4th down. I mean, that's 4th down.
Yeah, that's 4th down.
Illegal hair pull.
Illegal substitution.
Nose punch.
Face mask.
Illegal leg stretch. You can't stretch.
Roughing the kicker. Do you even watch football?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Look, he's so mad he just kicked the ball.
It's a field goal.
Ref's like, why'd you kick the ball? If I was the ref, I'd probably go talk to him. I'd probably be like, you can't just be kicking the ball because you're mad.
It measures just 9 inches in circumference, weighs only about 5 ounces, and is made of cork wound with woolen yarn, covered with 2 layers of cowhide, and stitched by hand precisely 216 times.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way to Orlando Arcia. It's outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. Fernandez stays in the game, the 1-0. Outside wide. Slider misses. Ball 2-0. Standing on deck is Kelnick, and then you got Ozzie Albies. If anybody gets on, Riley. The 2-0 pitch. High and outside, up top. 3-0. Braves 2, Cardinals 2, bottom 8. The 3-0 to Orlando. Right there, 97 at the knees. Good take by Orlando, 3-1. Got to figure all you're going to do there is bang that into the dirt. The 3-1 pitch swung on, chop foul, slider off the plate. Full count. Might have swung it ball 4, and the way he's been swinging, I kind of think you got to let that one go. If it's not in your wheelhouse at 3-1, just let it go. The payoff pitch, outside wide, ball 4. So how about that? I was along the same line thinking of yelling that RC would find a way to swing his way out of this one, but instead, pitch just missed outside. Tried to get him to chase what looked to be a cutter off the plate. Zach Short's going to come in and run for Arcia. So Orlando Arcia's day is done. First pitch to Kelenic. He shows bunt 95, just right there on the outer edge for a strike. Kelenic didn't like the call. It's 0-1. Zach Short with some speed. Kelenic was thinking about dropping a bunt down there to get him in scoring position, which I would love to see that, because then you get 2 whacks with the middle of the lineup. The 0-1 drops a good bunt, and I mean a really good bunt. That is easily going to get the runner down to second. Wide throw. Donovan had to lay out, make the catch, then tap his foot back to hit the bag, and he's lucky he was close enough to be there. 1 away. Kelenic will be out on the call. 2 times today, the Braves have been unfortunate with bad throws that the Cardinals have just found a way to get to the bag. First pitch to Ozzie Albies, swing and a miss, 96-mile-an-hour fastball on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Ozzie batting .256 on the year. The pitch, 0-1 at the knees. 0-2. He's batting just .192 his last 7 games. Ozzie is. .263 his last 15 games. Overall, the last month batting .227 with 4 home runs. He's had some big hits, though. The 0-2 pitch swung on, sliced towards left field. Will that get down? No, making the running catch in left field is Burleson. 2 away. He had a long way to go and a short time to get there, but he got there. That'll bring Austin Riley to the plate with 2 outs. A single would give us the lead. Iglesias is warming up in the pen, and it does look like he would take the ball unless they decide to go with Jimenez 1 more inning and roll the dice in extras. First pitch to Riley. Swung on, lifted high, down the right field line. If it's fair, it's gone. Bending, foul, and out of play. 0-1. High towering shot. Riley, his last 7 games is at .333. His last month, Austin Riley has batted .337. 9 home runs. This is the guy you want at the plate. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Swung at that cutter nowhere near the zone. 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Braves 2, Cardinals 2. Bottom of the 8th. The infield is back and to the left. Open hole on the right side, the 0-2. Up top, 95 misses. 1-2. Fernandez is definitely working quickly. Austin Riley. 1 for 2 on the day. Short stands at second. The 1-2 pitch. High and out of the zone. 2-2. Standing on deck is Matt Olson. Ozuna in the hole, but there are 2 outs. The 2-2 from Fernandez. Kicks and fire. Swing! That ball's lifted high, but foul and out of play. We'll do it again. Fernandez, 23 pitches in. The 2-2. Down and away. Good take. Ball 3, 3-2. So a full count to Riley. short at second. He'll be going on contact. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chase one just out of the zone to end the inning. Braves get one on, but can't get them across. We head to the 9th in a tie game in Atlanta.
My wife threatened to leave me because of my filthy and disgusting habits. I was so shocked, I almost choked on my toenails.
Now, if you want to crown them, but they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
To protect her home and family in a disaster, Karen was willing to wade through water, mud, and insurance paperwork.
Yeah, I can do this.
You go, Karen! By simply understanding and updating what her insurance covers and doesn't cover now, she'll be better prepared no matter when disaster strikes. Learn other simple ways to protect your home and family before a natural disaster at ready.gov. That's ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
Hey, buddy, I'll be back. I'm going to run to McDonald's real quick. Run to McDonald's. Didn't they suspend your license today in court? Yeah, what's that got to do with anything? You can't drive with no license, Roy. What are you talking about? Yeah, you can't. I don't use a license to start my truck. What are you going to do if you get pulled over with no license? Same thing I always do when I get pulled over. Run. You're going to get in trouble, man. What are they going to do, take my license? You're going to go back to jail. And guess what? When I get out, I'll drive home. Man, one of these times, they're just not going to let you out of jail. Nah, next time I go to jail, I'm going to be there for a while after what I said to the judge last time. I am on thin ice.
If I want to smoke, I will smoke. If I want to drink, I will drink. If I want to go out, I will go out. Because I'm the one that brings the money in this house. I'm the one with the boss in this house. So if I'm going to go out, you're going to stay here with the kids. You got that? And that's how it is. That's how I'm going to tell her when she gets here.
It travels 60 feet 6 inches from the pitcher's mound to home, and it can cover that distance at nearly 100 miles an hour. Along the way, it can be made to twist, spin, curve, wobble, rise, or fall away.
So far, so good. Looking at the radar during the break of the second game, it looks like all that storm is going to miss us. I don't know how, but it's splitting us, and the city of Atlanta appears to be on the A-OK. First pitch on the way from Raisel Iglesias, who comes in a tie ball game. He's down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Iglesias stands in against Donovan, the left-handed batter. Swing, pops it up high in the sky into left field. Coming in, making the catch is Rosario. 1 down. Raisel Iglesias, or we call them eyeglasses around here in Braves country, normally comes on for the save, but with the Braves having a tie ball game in a really, really strange setup for tonight, where it's going to be Sonny Gray, who for all intents and purposes is the ace of the Cardinals. Is the first pitch on the way to Iglesias, from Iglesias to Arenado. It's right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 swung on, chopped over towards third. Riley's got a barehanded, fired over to first. Wide throw, but making the catch on the stretch is the Ice House 2 away. Great defensive play by Olsen. Tough play by Riley. He had to barehand it. He had plenty of time. I don't know why Arenado does not run that well. The throw beat him by a mile. He definitely held the bag. Looks like that the Cardinals, looking at that play, he definitely held the bag. If they were to challenge us, it would only be because we're in the 9th, and what the hell, why not? But they're not going to challenge it. First pitch on the way. 95 to Newt Barr. Kisses the black outside. It's 0-1. The Braves, in the bottom of the 9th, will have Olsen, Ozuna, and Darnode. The 0-1. Down and away, 1-1. We can keep the score here. One swing would win it. If not, we are unable to score, and the Cardinals don't score here, we would be going to extras with the ghost runner. That opens a whole new bag of tricks, because you're going to have to look at how you're going to play that as the 1-1. Down and away. 2-1. With the game tonight, anyone that pitches today, you most likely would not use tonight. They used to do that a long time ago, but they don't do that anymore. The 2-1. Outside wide, 3-1. So a 3-1 count, down and in, ball 4. Runner will head on down to first. And now with 1 on and 2 outs, it's the hindcatcher, Pedro Paez. Paez, 1 for 3 on the day. First pitch, swung on, fouled straight back. It's 0-1. Paez, drafted in 2019, the 6th round by the Cardinals out of Florida Atlantic. He's originally from Venezuela. The 0-1. In the dirt, ball gets away. Darnode, bad defense on that one. He just cost the Braves a base and may cost the Braves a run because that puts the runner down in scoring position. You see this time and time again with the catchers today. Lazy job of getting in front of that. They just stick their glove out there and hope to get it. They used to get yelled at. You're supposed to, when that ball goes to get down, you're supposed to put your whole body in front of it. The 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. The 1-2 count now, a broken bat single. Anything would score the run from second. Good wheels at the bag with Newt Barr. The 1-2. Caught, looking strike 3. He got caught watching the paint dry, and that'll end the inning. Braves will head to the bottom of the 9th. Tied up with the Redbirds, 2-2.
We can't Urban Dern your frazzle dazzle.
Braves country is AFC South country all season long.
Drive starts at the 1 and looking for a little breathing room, and they get that and plenty more. Derrick Henry still going. Stays in bounds. He might go. 99 yards for the touchdown. Unbelievable. Touchdown, Colts.
Slant caught, touchdown, Marquise Lee, and he punched the ball into the stands.
Deep, and he's got it. Keelan Cole. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
AFC South on Braves country.
Ford, Chevy, or Dodge?
Chevy all the way. It's the heartbeat of America.
I'm going to go off the reservation on this one. Like,
oh, man, now
I have an actual American truck. I have a Nissan. You laugh. My truck is made in Tennessee and it's going to spend most of its life in Alabama. That's American. What are we going to do for Chevy? Isn't Chevy made in, like, Mexico or something? I know Dodge is made in Mexico. So
Chevrolet's made up in Michigan, Detroit City.
That's not America.
Armchair.
Cars from all over America come to find a new home in Florida, just like you. I moved here after the draft. I noticed there was one thing missing from this great town: a celebrity-endorsed used car shop. That's why I founded BJ's Used Autos. Every one of these beauties is freshly painted. They look brand new. We have new models coming in every morning, usually around 2 a.m. We can get you anything. I've taken the skills I've learned as a pro football player to the used car business. Smash, grab, and run like hell.
The bat is made of turned ash, less than 42 inches long, not more than 2 3/4 inches in diameter.
You're listening to Braves Country Baseball. Please like and subscribe today. YouTube.com/@BravesCountry. Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Atlanta Braves tied this one up with a 2-run shot by Andrew Rosario in the bottom of the 7th inning. That's where we stand, 2-2. Andrew Kittredge is going to come on with 3.53 ERA. Big right-hander. 6'1", 240 pounds. Matt Olson digs in. First pitch on the way. 95 outside. Off the plate, but called for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires, swung on. Baltimore chopper up over the mound, making a running throw is Mason Wynn. The slow-footed Olsen will be out by about 2 steps, 1 away. So that'll bring Marcell Ozuna to the plate. Man, if he can hit one out here, we could test out that new sound that we have for the Big Zoo, the Big Bear. First pitch on the way to Ozuna. Swing and a miss, chase a slider down and off the plate. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kittredge comes set, lets her fly. Down and away, 1-1. On deck, Darnode in the hole, Eddie. Be interesting to see if Ozuna gets on, if they would pinch run for him. The 1-1. Down and away, 2-1. You don't love the idea of that, but at the same token, A, you know you want to put him in the lineup for tonight's game. And B, if you could put someone with a little fleeter of feet like a Eli White, the 2-1 pitch. Swing, that ball's hammered into left field. That ball was scalded off the bat of Marcell. A hot shot. It went under the glove on a short hopper. Kind of one of those things, the in-between hop for Mason Wynn. He was trying to guess where it would land. It just jumped over his glove. They are going to pinch run for Ozuna, so it's going to be Eli White like I thought they may do. And he'll either DH or they'll pinch hit for him down the road. Travis Darnode is the batter. So Eli White can go, we know that. First pitch on the way, swung on, fouled back out of play. It's 0-1. Braves 2, Cardinals 2. Bottom of the 9th inning. Open hole on the right side of the infield as they hold on Eli, and they're playing back into the left in the infield. The 0-1. Down and away, 1-1. You know Travis loves to go the opposite field in these big situations, and he's got a huge gap on that side. You almost don't want White to go just to keep that runner being held on. The 1-1 swung on. That ball is lifted just past a diving infield, and here comes Eli White. He's going to round second after diving in. He had left. He would have had the bag stolen, but instead he stands at third, and runners on the corners for your Atlanta Braves. And just as fate might have brought it, Eddie Rosario is coming to the plate. He tied the game with a 2-run shot. He could win the game with a fly ball. Holy cow, a game that they're going out. It looks like that might be Marmol, and if so, they may be making a change. Now, he's just going out there to talk to him. So while he does that, it's about that time. We'll go ahead and turn back time, squeeze one of these in this doubleheader. On this date in 1958, Tiger right-hander Jim Bunning no-hits the Red Sox and will become the first modern-day pitcher to toss a hitless game in both leagues when he throws a perfect game against the Mets in 1964. Bob Murphy will be behind the microphone for each of the future Hall of Famer and U.S. Senators gems. That was on this date in 1958. They go out and have a quick powwow on the mound with Kittredge. The infield is not going to play in. They're going to play double play depth. But there is a huge hole on the left side of the infield. They're holding the runner at third, and the shortstop's playing up near the bag at second. Righty-lefty matchup, first pitch on the way. Down below the knees, but called for a low strike. It's 0-1. Might have just grabbed the corner. Eddie doesn't like it. Once again, that's a pitch that if Eddie just slaps it towards that side, we probably win. The 0-1 to Eddie. He's probably thinking fly ball. The 0-1. Swing, pops it up. Chase one high. Bends into the sky, but out of play. It's 0-2. On deck for the Atlanta Braves, it's Adam Duvall. The 0-2. Chase one. Just got a piece of it. Bounced it off the plate. We'll do it again, 0-2. Eddie Rosario already with the home run and 2 RBIs in this game, trying to be the hero once again. Righty-lefty matchup. Infield back, except for the third baseman who's playing even with the bag. The 0-2. Way outside wide, 1-2. Just got to put that ball in play and make the defense beat you. So an 0-2 count, a 1-2 count, excuse me. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Kittredge comes set. The pitch. Way high out of the zone. Ball 2-2-2. They were trying to get him to chase high and out of the zone, but that one was a little too high. That was about helmet high. So deuce is wild. 2 on. A 2-2 count. 2-2 your score. Kittredge eyeing White on the third base bag. The 2-2 pitch swing. Bangs it foul down the first base line. In between home plate and first. Over there towards the dugout on the first base side. We'll do it again. Same 2 teams back at it tonight. 7:20. And looks like that we are going to get the good weather. The 2-2 from Kittredge. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chased it down below the knees, well out of the zone. 2 away. Bad at bat by Eddie Rosario. Got lucky and grooved that home run earlier today. That was a terrible, terrible swing. So 2 down, and Duvall, unless it's a wild pitch or a balk or an error, he's going to have to get a base hit to win this now. Runners at the corners, first pitch. Outside wide, 1-0. Zach Short stands on deck. Righty-righty matchup. The 1-0. Misses outside, 95-mile-an-hour sinker. Ball 2-0. On the play, defensive indifference. Travis d'Arnaud scoots up to second base. His run is meaningless, so the Cardinals weren't going to try to throw down there, give Eli White a chance to steal home. But it does keep us out of the force. The 2-0. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky. Very lazy fly ball. Duvall will make the 3rd out of the inning, and we'll head to extras. Free baseball on a doubleheader. 2-2 your score. We go to the 10th.
He is not the love of your life. He is literally just a guy. Hit him with your car.
We're 1 out away, Braves country, from a trip to the World Series. Whatever superstition you've got, do it. The entire city of Atlanta, the entire South is standing on their feet, trying to will the Braves into the World Series. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And swung on and ripped over to Dansby Swanson. Dansby's got it. He fires over to first. Baby, sound the trumpets. Do the job through the streets. Your Atlanta Braves are headed to the 2021 World Series. Oh, baby.
Hey, you think y'all could chill out on the online shopping for me? Just a little bit, please? Y'all killing us. Damn it, man. Y'all know we already Temu tired. And then now here goes Sheen with they shenanigans. Damn it, man. Come on, little stank. It ain't even no more social distancing out here or nothing. Go call your little friend up, go to the mall, and do some shopping, damn it. Stay off the web. Sheen getting just as bad as Temu. I'd have been calling them Sheenmu. I had to deliver 28 bags, Sheen bags, to one house. Now, I know they got them big-ass boxes. Them be heavy as hell. They be big as me. I think y'all just like seeing my little ass struggle carrying these big-ass boxes. I ain't got time to be scanning all 28, 29, 37 items you just ordered. Come on, Sheen, put them in a box for me. I love y'all.
The batter has only a few thousandths of a second to decide to hit the ball. And yet the men who fail 7 times out of 10 are considered the game's greatest heroes.
Pierce Johnson will come on. He'll be facing Siani. Paez, the hind catcher, is the ghost runner. Looks like they're going to pinch hit for Siani and bring Carpenter up to pinch hit. On the Cardinals bench, what you have right now is Gorman, Crawford, and Carlson. So they would probably put Carlson out there in the outfield. See how they play it. First pitch on the way to Carpenter is right there at the knees. Curveball, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Pierce Johnson lifts the red glove, kicks and fires, swung on, chopped foul down the first base line, 0-2. The idea behind Pierce Johnson here being the guy that comes in the 10th is that he is a strikeout pitcher. If you can get a strikeout, you can eliminate moving the runner over with less than 2 outs. The 0-1. Swung on, lifted, foul, back out of play, 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Braves have already used so far in this game. As the 0-2 pitch, swung on, chopped foul towards the first base dugout. We'll do it again. This is the 4th relief pitcher for the Braves. Cardinals have used two relief pitchers. You would assume they'll use a third one next inning. The 0-2. In the dirt, did he go around? Looked like he might have. He did not. 1-2. They check down the third base line. Seagal says no dice. Braves 2, Cardinals 2, top 10. Runner at second, nobody out. The ghost runner in Paez. The pitch on the way. Curveball in the dirt, 2-2. So he's trying to nibble with that curveball, but the veteran Carpenter is not biting. Now even up the count in the 2-2 count. PJ brings it. Swing. Slaps it back foul. We'll do it again. Same two teams back at it tonight. 7:20 first pitch. Sonny Gray versus Bryce Elder. Elder getting the start because of the expanded roster, so he'll go back down after the game. Remember, he pitched a gem against the Cardinals. The 2-2. Caught, looking strike 3. He got caught watching the paint dry. 4-seam fastball on the inner cut. 1 away. And that 4-seam had some 2-seam action to it. It kind of drifted back in. Good frame by Travis as well, but it did hit the zone. So 1 out, 1 on. Mason Wynn, the batter, who's 1 for 4. He is fouled out, struck out, tripled to right, so they say, and flied out. First pitch on the way. Curveball down and away. 1-0. Braves in the bottom of the inning. We'll have Short leading off in the top of the order. The 1-0. Swung on, sliced foul, 1-1. You would have Adam Duvall as your ghost runner. The 1-1. Kicks and fires. Swing, and that ball's laced into left field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Here comes Eddie Rosario with the throw. With it being the hind catcher, they had to go station to station. So runners on the corners and one out. Score is still tied. Went with that curveball, and he just kind of laced it. Reached out there and laced it into left field. Eddie never had a chance to be able to catch that. He playing him back fairly deep, not too terribly deep. Just off the bat type of single. So runners at the corners, one out. Burleson now the batter. Tough customer here. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss at the curveball in the dirt. It's 0-1. A fly ball would give the Cardinals the lead if it had any depth on it. He's going to have to get it fairly deep in the outfield because Paez does not run well at all. The 0-1 kicks and fires. 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Checked his swing, 1-1. On deck is Contreras. The last thing you want to do is load the bases here. You know that Pierce doesn't want to let that run in, but at the same token, the key is don't let the crooked runs come in. The 1-1. 96 right there on the intercut, 1-2. Kisses the paint on the inside. 1-2 count. Braves in double play depth and to the right. The 1-2. Swung on, sliced foul and out of play. We'll do it again. It's really easy to get in, to fall into the trap of worrying so much about that runner at third, but really the runner at first is what you really have to be concerned with, because you're going to get your own ghost runner in the bottom of the 10th. Though you don't really want that runner to score at third. The last thing you want to do is open up the floodgates and put pressure on your offense to put crooked number up in the bottom of the inning. Looked like that broke Burleson's bat, so he went over to get a new one. Runners at the corners, one out. The 1-2 pitch to Burleson. On deck is Contreras. PJ lifts his red glove and brings it. Swung on, chopped foul. Just got a piece of that curveball. We'll do it again, 1-2. It's amazing that Pierce Johnson's, the batting average this year against lefties is 192. It's 242 against right-handers. The 1-2 comes set. Lets her go. Swing. That ball's hammered over to first. Atom ball, and it's a double play. The Ice House makes the catch and tags the bag. We'll head to the bottom of the 10th. Atlanta just needs a run. How about that?
Are you making fun of me being fat again?
You're not fat again. You were always fat.
Hey, is it a trolley, buggy, or a cart?
It's a buggy. Here, down here, we have buggies. It's a buggy.
It is a shopping cart. A buggy is something you strap to a horse's ass.
Whenever you go down there to the Walmart, and what do you say to your youngin'? Hey, run over there and go grab me a buggy so we can do our shopping.
I ain't got no damn youngin'. What I say to him, get away from me, you ugly little...
A priest is driving down the road 100 miles an hour and he's stopped by the guards. The guard notices the smell of alcohol off the priest's breath and the bottle of wine on the floor. And he says to the priest, "You've been drinking, sir." No, just water." "Smells an awful like wine though," says the guard. The priest takes one look at the bottle and says, "Oh, good Lord, he's done it again."
This is the number 2, right?
Yes.
I meant to say number 3. I don't want this.
And matter of fact, a number 7 or number 3. You pick one.
What you mean I pick one? You just ordered the food.
Excuse me?
Bro, you heard what I said, bro. You about to close, bro. I got time for your bro.
What kind of customer service is this?
What kind of customer are you?
Baseball has nearly all the qualities and the narrative that the country has. It's competitive. It's spirited. It's got the joshing, and it's got the intellectual side, the great students of it. But it's also got labor unions and management and gimmicks and promotion, venality, great public fools in baseball, and great public heroes, and self-serving people, and generous people. And it has pride and unity of town and of country, and it'll do for a figure for the American system.
Chris Roycroft, the right-hander, comes in. 3.63 ERA. .22% K rate. He's set to face Zach Short, who will probably just be trying to get the runner Adam Duvall over to third, so you would think he might lay a bunt down. If he can't do that, then just try to hit it to the right side of the infield. Righty-righty matchup. He does show bunt, chops a bunt off to his leg on the instep. It's 0-1. Duvall, your ghost runner. Zach Short, who came on a pinch run for Orlando Arcia, standing at the plate, his first at bat today. The 0-1. Roycroft comes set, shows bunt again, high and inside, 95 miles an hour, 1-1. They are giving Zach Short less respect than what you would give a pitcher. When he goes to show bunt, you immediately see the first baseman come into the picture. The 1-1, chopped back over towards the mound, flipped over to first. Duvall does make it down to third, and it was a good, successful bunt. The comeback to the mound was going to be the best case scenario, because if he chopped it to Goldschmidt, who was so far in, he might have been able to get Duvall at third. But my point was going to be, if he would have pulled that back and slapped at it, he might have been able to get past one of the both infielders, both corner infielders were basically sitting in his back pocket. Any kind of ball that got hit, there's no way you're going to be able to make that play. First pitch on the way to Kelnick with the infield drawing in. It's outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Kid Kelnick really been scuffling. If he could deliver the game winner, this could really give him a boost. The 1-0. High and out of the zone. Ball 2-0. Standing on deck is Ozzie Albies. Roycroft trying to either get a fly out or a pop out, or a pop out or a strikeout. The 2-0. 96. They're going to say that hit the zone. It did not. 2-1. Another blown call by Vanover. What should be 3-0 is now 2-1 to Kelnick. The outfield is pulled way in as well. The 2-1 pitch. Down and in. 3-1. They know with Duvall's speed, you're not going to be able to get him out on a throw to home if you're in normal outfield depth. So they got the infield in. They got the outfield in. The 3-1 to Kelnick. Pitch on the way. Outside, wide ball 4. So what should have been a 4-pitch walk is a 5-pitch walk. Good at bat by Kelnick. They'll go after Ozzie Albies. They do have the double play in order. Marmole's going to go back out there. He's going to have a quick powwow. They're basically just going over strategy here. How do you want to play this? You know they don't want to walk Ozzie to get to Riley. But at the same token, I think the big thing would be, do you want to play the infield in, or do you want to play a double play? A double play ball would mean you got to get a pretty crisp double play because Ozzie runs well and Kelenic runs well. And it's going to have to be an Adam type of 5-4-3 or 6-4-3 type of double play. If not, the winning run would score. So home plate umpire Vanover breaks up the powwow on the mound. Ozzie Albies comes to the plate. The game on the line. Runners on the corners, 1 out. The game is at the plate. First pitch on the way. Outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. Kelenic grabs second. Defensive indifference. The 1-0. Swing, slices it foul and out of play. 1-1. You got a 1-1 count. Runners at second and third. 1 out. The infield is in. Good speed on both bases. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Ozzie swung it absolute garbage on the outside, 1-2. He had already made up his mind that he was swinging at that pitch. That ball was a good 4 or 5 inches off the plate. 1-2 to Ozzie. Shot down the right field line, foul, 1-2. Pitch was a little bit in, but too close for him to take. Runner at second, runner at third. The runner you care about is the one at third. Kelenic was not given a stolen base. It's defensive indifference. The 1-2 pitch. Swing! Pops it up high and deep into center field. Drifting back, making the catch. Here comes the throw all the way to the plate. And Adam Duvall! Braves win! Braves win! Your Atlanta Braves win! Whiskey for my men, beer for my horses. How about that? How about that? Player of the game, we got to give it to Mr. Eddie Rosario. You're just joining us. The big hit of the game, the big hit of the day, and hopefully it's something better things to come. Was a 2-run home run back in the 7th inning when it looked like all hope was lost. Braves trailed 2-0. Darno got a single, and he hit a 2-run shot just over the right field wall. And your Atlanta Braves get the dub. They clear the dugout. They chase Ozzie. Eddie Rosario throwing Powerade all over him. So is Ozuna and Schwellenbach. They probably ought to be pouring that Powerade all over Eddie Rosario. And oh, by the way, bit of a golf clap for Mr. Charlie Morton. 6 innings, 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts. He won't get the win, but that's why the win is such an arbitrary statistic. Pierce Johnson will get the win, Roy Croft the loss, and we will see you in 3 hours. So we'll come on the air about 7 o'clock Eastern. We'll see you, Braves country. Have a great one. Wow, what a great beginning to the second half of the season.
You're in Braves country.